YouTube, Twitch, welcome back. It is some more Aethermancer. We played quite a lot of the demo before we got to, we did complete the demo, quote unquote. There were some more unlocks we could get, but like we'd seen the boss, we beat the boss. I think we played with most the, I can't remember what it's called, it's like the captures or the soul capturing type thing. Either way, we played with most of the creatures in this game. I then got an email kindly within, the last 24 hours of Moi Rai Games for a code to play the early access release. And today, as I record this, which is the 23rd for your YouTube, so it might be like a day in the past, this game has dropped onto Steam. As I said, it's early access right now. It's in the 0.3 build, and I really just want to see, what has been added onto the game, with the more creatures, and also just like see how long the run actually goes, because we spent quite a lot of time going through, our builds and getting to like the first boss. So I'm intrigued to just see how long the whole thing is. Were we like halfway through? Were we a third of the way through? Were we an eighth of the way through? Who knows? So yeah, I've come back to check it out again. Also, it kind of like scratched an itch, so I'm actually really looking forward to playing this and seeing all new creatures, all the synergies and stuff that we can do. So without further ado, let's get into the game. I will also just say, I mentioned to Twitch, I have got the tutorial turned on again. A few months have passed since I played the demo last, so I can't quite remember everything. I remember most, like the game export. Also, if people are just coming in at this point and not watching the demo bit, you want to know how to play the game. So really, I'm doing it for you, not for my ossified brain. Alright, we're gonna have an empty... Yeah, well, give me an empty slave slot. Oh, interesting, it actually remembers my demo stuff. We'll put it into one. We'll restart from the beginning. For too long, you've overstepped your place. Void will cover every city of our world, starting in Vigil. A fitting end, if considered. All was created, now all shall share our fate. First the fractured ruins, then all Terrastay? Then you, Mithras. Syriax. Terrastay, I think it's Terrastay. Choose my soul bonded monster. You can start with this monster in future runs. Alright, let's see what we've got. Charuf, we definitely played with before. There are new things here. I do not recognize that fairy across. We did Jotun, I think that's like the first one we picked. The big Minotaur guy, the 25 tax there in the terms of Peglin, but I think we've seen both of these guys, so we won't do that. We've not seen Nyx before. Worthiness 1. Honestly, I kind of dig your aesthetic. You kind of look, actually, I say that you're a fairy. You're some sort of like, oh, what are they called now in like Japanese culture? Like a kappa, I think it is. Like some sort of like frog-based spirit. You're more than worthy for me. Don't undersell yourself. You're an earth water, you have heal, aether, and poison. And toxic tides is your signature trait. So okay, let's immediately just get into the whole of this game. We're going to be pushing the F button a lot to show details because we're going to have to like, fully remember exactly how to play this game. So toxic tides. Whenever this monster receives or applies a heal, applies poison to the enemy with the lowest amount of poison. I like the idea of this. We did do a poison build as well in one of the demo runs, and it went kind of crazy actually, so I'm kind of on board with this. We then have Leeching Strike, 2 times 3 water damage to against target. Heals all allies for 5, so it's like a, not really like a vampiric effect because you get an AoE heal. It's a bit like Holy Nova in Hearthstone, right? I guess it's not even a Holy Nova because it's a targeted thing and then an AoE heal afterwards. Interesting. Heals target for 3 times 3. A target generates 3 random aether. Okay, so there's actually a downside to this one, because this one needs 1 water. This needs an earth and a water to, like, channel it, so to speak. And if I use this one, because I guess it's quite cheap for the heal you're getting, because it's potentially 9 healing, they get 3 random ether, which means it might be something they can use, but it could also be something they can't use. But more often than not, it's probably going to be, like, a downside. And the perk is Aether plus 1. At the start of your turn, generates 1 additional Aether, semi-randomly, interestingly, preferring Aether this monster is missing for any of their actions. Interesting. Okay. Okay, I think this sounds cool. I think this is possibly a place where we're going to start. Alright. So, Escape from High Details. So that's what this character is all about. The other one we've not seen yet is Minokawa. Worthiness, also 1, level 1, health 35. It's a fire wind thing. Types is a sidekick, dodge, and force. They have Shining Spark, Tempering, and Supersonic Strike. Let me see what this is all about. In case they can twist my arm this way. They have got a perk of crit damage plus 2. Increase damage of critical hits by 2. Can I see as well? Toggle tooltip infos. There you go. Shield prevents loss of health, which can prevent corruption. Shield loss... Okay, I wanted to know what the critical hit exactly was. We'll find it somewhere. I'm sure it'll tell me in the tutorial exactly what crit damage is. It might be like double damage, who knows? Or it might just be like plus 1 damage. Anyway, Shining Spark, the signature trait. Can I see my details, please? Oh, there we go. The first hit of each attack of this monster deals plus 1 damage for every 2 buff stacks on it, and shield self equal to that amount. Okay, interesting. So it's just any buff stat, and you get shielding on it. So it's not quite like a tank ability, but like it gives you a bit of sustain. I'll also say, if you see any bugs and stuff, this is the early access release. It's the first release, so don't be shocked if like something like doesn't quite work properly. It's literally hot off the press. Right, we have Tempering. Applies Sidekick, 1 Force, and 1 Dodge. I need the tooltips. Dodge. Evades every second hit of an incoming attack. Each incoming attack consumes a stack. Okay. I see. So every second hit, so you actually can control it. It's not a percentage-based thing. Sidekick. When another ally attacks, triggers a sidekick attack on this monster against the target enemy, dealing 1 × 4 damage based on the monster's elements. Then it consumes a stack. And then Force turns each hit into a critical hit, which deals 15 more damage. Okay. Round it up and plus 1 poise damage. Each hit consumes 1 stack. So one of the things in this game is that you can break monsters, right? And the poise damage is like a different, like, mini health bar within a health bar. So this enables you to break them more frequently. If you break them, you stun them. And then we have Supersonic Strike. 1 × 8 wind damage against target enemy. Applies Sidekick and Force to self. Okay, I see what you're also about. I think regardless though, I do like the idea of you. I think we will just go with what I said before. We'll select Nyx. And let's go. Do you want to give Nyx a nickname? No. While I'm learning the name of these things, there's a yes. Am I stupid? You know what? Your nickname is Nyx. There you go, I fixed it. Also, we've earned some momentum. This might be from my previous run? No, okay. It's not from the demo runs. Alright, do I remember how to play any of this at all? There's the dash. Okay. I guess we should just do the tutorial. I don't think we started here last time as well. I don't think we started in the town. I think that's where we ended up. Welcome to Pilgrim's Rest, home to many different characters. Some of them can offer you permanent upgrades that will benefit you on future runs, such as the soul bonds offered by Lily the Witch. Try talking to some people and see what they have to offer you. Do I actually have anyone here? Oh wait, hello. I don't think you were here before. Greet. Okay, I'm backing away. I'm backing away, see. No threat here. Okay, that's adorable. We will become friends by the end of, time with this cat creature. You mark my words. A body made of aether. You must be an Aethermancer. I hope you're here to help us out and not cause more problems. Indeed I am. I'll try my best to constrain, or if possible, close the void entirely as soon as I can. My name is Syriux. I hope that no ill fate befalls Pilgrim's Rest and its people. That's sweet of you to say. Sorry, rude of me not introducing myself. I'm Lily, resident of the Pilgrim's Rest. We've heard of you. You're Lily the Witch. Since you're here to help us out, I'll do anything I can in return to aid your journey. I'm an expert at soul bonding, you see. With that, I can help you focus on specific mementos of your choice. Soul bonding uses the monster's memento to bond its soul to you. Don't worry with the lingo, we'll get it eventually. Which means it's always there with you when you need it. Whenever I enter the void anew, I can choose it to be by my side. That could be useful indeed. Exactly. Also, I can help you out whenever we cross paths in the void, since I'm able to guide your monsters by refocusing their talents. Happy to be working with you from now on, Syriux. So I can establish a soul bond, but I'm going to assume I have no currency. I have no currency, so we can't soul bond with Tatzel Worm. In case, again, you didn't like see any of me playing the demo, there's like an element of like creature capture about this game, where we're going to be putting together a team of 3, and it's 3 versus 3 battles, I think. So I think this enables me to like start with certain creatures. Do you have anything named beyond monsters? We can start with whatever like monsters we want, but we, I guess, have to lock it in here. Anyway, for now we don't have any of the currency, so let's not worry about it. That might be the only person. Is there anyone in here? Nope. Oh, you're here though. Gustavo, another Aethermancer, huh? Seems you like that dark void attracts your kind like boss. Anyway, should mind my manners. Welcome to our humble village of Pilgrim's Rest. Last stop before the fractured ruins. No place as civilized as ours in miles. Pleased to meet you, I'm Gustavo. Sorry, pleased to meet you. I'm not Gustavo, you're Gustavo. Pleased to meet you, Gustavo, I'm Syriax. Another Aethermancer. Sure, let's go with this. Straight to business. I like that. Another one of your kind arrived here just yesterday. They're by the cliff just up ahead. Said they're on an envoy or some such, here to study the void. Strange one. A lot of pilgrims come through here, you know. Never bothered to make the trip to the holy city myself. Truth be told. But I hear it's magnificent. Well, it's not the end of the world anyway. Alright, we'll try and behave. Just one more thing before you sum off. Did you find any Aether Crystals on the way here? Why do you ask? I mean, I could say perhaps, but it sounds very suspicious. Perhaps. I have none, actually. I would actually say no, but I can't. It's no secret that those crystals are valuable to our kind. Pilgrim's Rest would prosper if we had a steady supply of them. I'm sure I could put in a good word for you with folks around here in exchange. You get what I'm saying? I get you. If I grease your palms, you'll grease my behind. I don't know, something along those lines. If I give you Aether Crystals, people around here will help me out on my mission. Got it. Some of the others around here also wouldn't mind sharing their services with you in exchange for those crystals. Let me put in plain terms. Lily the Witch and Alioth the Envoy seem interested in Aether Crystals as well. But why don't you go and try make a deal first? Alright, are you looking to make a deal today, Syrinx? Of course, as provisional bearer of Pilgrim's Rest, I'll see to the lawful distribution of those Aether Crystals, as well as to your recognition as the benefactor. Gustavo can grant me perks that will benefit me on my future runs, granting you an additional resource and improving the services of characters you meet in the void. Problem, I have no money. So yeah, I can't do this, but again, this is like how you potentially, like, you know, upgrade yourself in the, like, the city area. Bunch of people, you can spend resources to, like, improve your stats, and improve, like, your items, I guess, and improve your characters in general. Alioth. Do my eyes deceive me? Another Aethermancer here at the edge of the world? I'm called Alioth. They sent me here to investigate the massive void phenomenon. Are you here to assist me? Greetings, my name is Syriax. I'm here on my own. The issue seemed too important to ignore. An Aethermancer operating on their own, so you weren't sent by the Aquarius? How curious. No matter, surely we can still help each other out. I should also mention I'm a trained Aethermancer enchantment. Oh, I take it you're unfamiliar with it. It is a rather recently developed form of magic. One of the benefits as a follower of Aquilus, we'll go with Aquilus. Indeed, I hadn't known about this yet. By utilizing Aether Crystals, the currency, I'm able to enhance the capabilities of other Aethermancers and their monsters. I'm not sure the council would approve of it, but we do share a common goal, so I'll make my services available to you. Thank you, that's much appreciated. Again, I can't do this, but we can get like health flask upgrades, we can get charge upgrades and stuff. But again, that is for a future date. Interestingly, I think these 3 people I had to unlock before. I guess they're now just start-based characters. Alright, we're going to be using Nyx. Oh, I guess the pick of 4 was like, here is your starter, but if like we lose a run and I come back, I won't have the other options anymore. It's literally just like Nyx is my starter and whoever else I catch on this run, I think gets added to the pool. Anyway, we're going to rebirth you. Also, kind of notice, I don't feel like I did the tutorial, so maybe I skipped the tutorial. There might be a setting for it. Oh well, it's fine. I remember how to play this game. We're good. Monster Rebirth allows you to add a new monster to your party. You only require a monster soul to do so. Each monster shrine may only be used once. Okay. You start each run with 3 monster souls. Each monster shrine offers you a random selection of monsters equal to the amount of monster souls you have. However, you also need to unlock monsters first by crafting their mementos. You currently only have the memento of the monster you fought earlier. Okay, I skipped the tutorial, I apologize, because this was in the tutorial. So that's the only option available to you here. If you want to see the tutorial, go watch my demo videos. Did the monsters used to follow you around? That might be new, I don't remember. Again, brain ossified. It might be new, who knows. Okay, we were looking at potentially a poison build, and this Tatzelworm does actually have poison as one of their types. I can look at the details of this character in particular. On a crit applies poison. This monster gains 4% crit chance for every poison stack on enemy. So, again, another monster that does, like... Well, it's another monster that applies poison, but also benefits off poison, which is pretty powerful. We then have Toxic Slash. 2 times 4 earth damage applies poison. And Fire Claws, 4 times 2 fire damage against the target enemy. Okay. I think that seems reasonable enough. We'll rebirth a Tatzelworm. And now the party grows to 2. You want to give Tatzelworm a nickname? No, again, we need to, like, learn the names. So, let's not just yet. Dashing through shiny objects gives us gold. So I will be breaking the shiny objects. Right. What is your deal? Sir Tiberian. Hail, fellow Void Delver. Ah, you have a terrible affliction upon you. Your head is on fire. That's just my face. I'm an Aethermancer. My name is Syrix. Aha, my apologies. I've never met an Aethermancer before. Let me introduce myself too. I am Sir Tiberian, a noble knight on his epic quest. I like to collect equipment, you see. Sometimes I'm even able to upgrade them. Let me show you what I can do for you. Alright, holds a small box to his ear and shakes it. I'm trying to figure out what's in this mystery loot box. There's 2 pieces of equipment in there. How about it, my fellow Void Delver? Should we open it up and take 1 equipment each? I get the first pick. Oh, I could refuse and get 10 gold. No, I think I'll take some equipment, actually. Okay, Excelsior! Will you look at this loot? Do I either want Tome? On a single target attack applies weakness. 50% chance to apply another stack of weakness. Evasion plus 10% grants a 10% chance to evade each incoming hit. That seems pretty strong, honestly, for just surviving. And also, any multi-hit move puts weakness on someone. And weakness reduces the damage of each hit by 3. And each hit consumes a stack. Or the Meteorite, on a support action, converts 1 random Aether into Wild Aether. And I think Wild Aether is like, you know, you can use it for anything. Like any element. And shield self for 2. Initial force plus 1. At the start of combat applies 1 force to self. So I think this would have been good for the owl thing, whose name I've completely forgotten, because that was a force user. We're not. Initial weakness plus 2. At the start of combat applies 2 weakness to a random enemy. Also seems pretty good, but honestly, I think this tome kind of slaps, actually. I'll take the tome, thank you. Oh, so that one is good. I mean, good choice. I gain the tome. And then we can apply it or scrap it. On single target attack. Can I? Who's got the biggest multi-hit move? I mean, you're probably going to be doing some healing, but you have a leeching strike. It has to be targeted, so it's 2 times 3. Again, I can't quite remember which way around this is. Is it the 2 attacks of 3 damage? Or is it, you know, 3 attacks of 2? I assume it's 2 attacks of 3. Just by, like, you know, how the language works. Which means, actually, this one might be better because it has Fire Claws, which is 4 times 2. So I think I'll put it on you. Also, I think I'm going to be pushing this button more often, like, for attacks, whereas I might be healing with this guy occasionally. An altar. The top is huge stone slab, pretty heavy for sure, rather nondescript. It is probably dedicated to the monster deities, but it might as well be used for by any number of different religious groups. To tell the truth, I have lost track of which cults are still around, and which ones went out of fashion in the last centuries. Okay, lore. You remember I was wondering about it, but we never figured out which way? That sounds about right. Okay, can't get beyond that fence. Let's do some exploring. Okay, now one of the things I do remember is if you charge into an enemy, you get like a sneak attack. Oh, hold on. I think that does it. Your monsters don't have to fight alone. The Aethermancer can also use certain actions in combat, such as artifacts. Artifacts are special items that you can use in combat. Each artifact has a certain number of charges, which are refreshed whenever you get to a rest site, so you don't have to worry about losing them when you use them. Okay, so we have Craft Memento, which is like the equivalent of, you know, if it's like a Pokemon game of using a Pokeball, it's the thing that lets me like capture it and put it into my pool of things I can like revive. And I've also got a heal. Now, don't greet the heal is one of the things I'm going to also learn and respect. Also, one of the things I didn't really respect before, maybe I didn't know before, this icon I think is actually showing me where the attack is going, or at least it's showing me the attack order. So we'll check this out just in case which way around it is. I don't know if it's the order. I think it's actually where it's attacking the slot. So I think the Cockatrice is going to attack my Nyx in the top slot based on that little red arrow. And the wolf thing is going to attack my Tatzelworm, I believe it's called. Is there any special abilities? I really should, like... Again, I need to get into the habit of, like, inspecting the board state right now. How do I do this again? One thing I don't remember. How do I look at the enemies? Is it pause menu? Oh, it's here, right? Yeah, okay. You have to go to the monster menu and then you can see everything that's on the field. I remember now. So this Orthrus has two-headed. On attack, if it was this monster's first attack of the turn, heals the ally with the lowest health by 5. If it was the monster's second attack of the turn, applies power to self. Okay. So it has like a dual mode where it can either become like as a support, I guess, or like a sweeper. Then it has Aqua Pounce, Fire Fang, Comet Rush, and Snow support. I don't immediately see anything that says, like, don't poison this guy, buddy. Basically, water damage. Does sidekick, which means when the other creature attacks, this will attack as well, so that's pretty annoying. Comet Rush, which is going to require a lot of Aether to actually cast it, but does a lot of damage and also scales everyone on their side. And it's got an AoE heal, so this Orthrus is actually pretty annoying. Doesn't really seem to do with my poison stuff, though, so maybe it's, like, not what I'm after. Sorry, I should also peek the other guy. Cockatrice. Hot Temper is its signature trait. Retaliate applies 1 temporary power to self every 7 times this trait triggers. Apply 4 burn to each enemy. It has a free action that does 1 to 2 fire damage to self, which is to try and trigger this, I believe. Yep. I think that's what the Retaliate is. Yeah, triggers when this monster is attacked or receives non-attack damage. It includes from itself, I believe. Burn. When this monster consumes Aether to use an action, it gets interrupted, deals X fire damage to it. Okay, sure. Didn't quite appreciate as well how the burn worked. And temporary power. A temporary stack of power which increases the damage of each hit by 1. An attack consumes all temporary power at the end of the turn. So in case you're wondering all these things where it says power, it's literally just a 1-for-1 scaling. So it's actually pretty scary to let these things just, you know, scale out of control. Alright. Also worth noting on the health bars, you can see like there's a 3 red diamonds and a 4 green diamonds. That's like the breaking meter. So if I hit them with 3 fire attacks, this guy at the top, the Cockatrice, will like stagger basically. Alright, we have Fire Claws here, which is only 2 saddle. We have a Toxic Slash. I don't have any way to stagger the green guy, so I guess we won't be doing that. I'll Fire Claws into Cockatrice. Oh, actually, this might be the answer. It might actually be... No, it's 4 attacks of 2 damage. We said that before. Yeah, this is the proof of it. Because we're going to get a stagger here. If it was the reverse, I wouldn't. Also, I believe I can attack in any order. Do I not have fire? Oh, I only have 1 fire. Okay, I can't use the ability yet. My bad, I'm jumping the gun a little bit. I thought I had 2 direct, but I don't have 2 direct. If I use my basic attack, though, I do generate a fire Aether as well, so that's fine. I guess I'll just hit... Yeah, I'll just hit you. Apply a bit of weakness as well. I should also, like, pay attention because it actually shows you what attacks they're making as well. So you're doing 2 times 3 water damage to a target enemy, which is pretty annoying. Heals target, we don't really need to do that right now, and I don't really want to generate random aether for my opponent. We don't really need to heal either, so I could actually save the water if I want to, but equally, what's the point in saving the water? I might as well just send it, right? Well, maybe there isn't. I'll just hold some stuff, because I can heal back up later. So we'll take this turn slow. I did just giga buff the guy that gets more and more power like every time I hit him, but it's fine. It's okay. This is fine. Okay, now this guy, this is your first proper fight as an Aethermancer. It is your duty to ensure that your monsters survive long enough to gain worthiness. When one of your monsters' health goes to 0, they die immediately. That's important to know. Don't let things die, and cannot come back. They'll lose all levels, experience points, skills, and equipment they gained that run. Yeah, don't let things die. It's like actually catastrophic. Okay, now it's time for this with my leeching ability. And it doesn't matter, I'm buffing you still because I'm going to break you this turn. We put some random poison to this guy, which is fine. Now I can use fire claws because they generated enough fire from attacking with a base attack previous turn. You get staggered. I could catch cockatrice right now if I want to, but I might hold off on that. Beware, at least one of your enemies is going to reset its poise in this turn as part of its reset action. Apart from resetting the poise, reset actions generate 1 random aether and trigger an additional effect based on the individual monster. Enemies use reset actions the turn after they were staggered, or when enough turns pass in combat without them getting staggered. So this guy is going to do an explosive rush when he comes out of his stagger phase. Okay. Well, how about we don't let him do that and we just kill him? I guess could also catch him, as I said, but 2 times 3 quick mass, I believe that is 6. So let me finish this guy off. Oh, I also wasn't paying attention. I'm actually stupid. Are you attacking Taxelworm? That's my actual real question here. It did, so I think it's actually showing me the slot it's attacking. It's a bit odd. I seem to remember the game encouraged you to replace your upgraded monsters with new ones, but it seems like that would be bad. I think we did get caught in this catch-22 sometimes of... We had like a really strong synergy, and like we get a really strong monster, but like the synergy was probably stronger than the monster itself, so I guess you have to play it by ear to some degree. But we'll figure it out. Snow support. He's healing everyone for 12. Removing debuffs and putting sidekick on himself, which actually doesn't matter anymore because he has no one to sidekick. Other things I remember is the more damage you take, the more corruption you get, which I think is this purple bar, which means I lose like max health going forward until I remove the corruption, so we should actually try and avoid taking damage at all costs. I also need to figure out when poison triggers, but I'll try and pay attention in the future. Like, do they attack and then the poison goes off, or the reverse? I gained Blade, rare equipment. Earth Generator, crit chance goes up. Which actually seems pretty good with this as well, but I don't really... I don't think we can swap things around, right? Once it's on here, it's like scrap it or like keep it. Water damage +1 increases damage on each water hit. I think Nyx is actually pretty good with that, then. It's not the dream, because I don't really want crit in this thing, but it does have a water-based attack, so... It's not going to be, like, bad, right? Also, makes more sense this way. So I don't have to scrap something then. This is a Void Meteorite, a fragment of a dying star that has landed here. They are quite rare. Something must have pulled it here by force. So, the Void Meteorite can bestow Elemental Affinity perk to one of your monsters. It will enhance a monster's basic attacks to deal damage of the respective element and generate an additional ether of the element. Do I want to give Tatsuworm the elemental affinity perk or Nyx? Considering I think Tatsuworm is going to be the one that attacks more often, because I might do the not AoE healing, but the big heal on this guy. I think I'll give it to Tatsuworm. Also, Tatsuworm, it has like more crit chance. Actually, that's probably not true anymore. I'll give it to Tatsuworm for now. Oh, I can pick which one as well, fire or earth. Can I view my monsters a second? Tatsuworm. Tatsuworm probably wants to be fire, just purely because it will help me charge this up faster. Tatsuworm gained fire affinity. Shinies are all mine, thank you. Okay, here's this other fun game. We can void jump up things. You're back up on a height now. If you perform a void blitz from a height on an enemy that is on the ground, it will lose poise. Oh, it'll lose 3 to 2. I think this is different as well. I don't think this was in the demo. I think it lost the same amount of poise. I will do it, but just give me a second. So it's Tatsuworm and... Are you stupid? I just walked off. Okay, that's fine. We didn't need to do it anyway. Tatsuworm and whatever this creature is. You may be curious about Aether, that you and your monsters automatically generate at the start of each turn. I am kind of interested. I can't quite remember how we do it. Each monster generates 1 Aether each turn by default, based on whatever element of Aether they currently need in order to use their actions. Okay, that tracks. That makes sense. The Aethermancer also generates 1 Aether, taking into account all of the monster's actions. Okay, we generate 3 a turn then. And this is showing me in green what I would generate if I made these attacks. Okay, I get it. I get it now. We might as well do the Leeching Strike here, because we get some crit chance. Also, we can nearly break Tatsuworm. I can't remember exactly if... And I guess I should actually check the other monster before I do this. I can't remember if you can have 2 of the same. I don't think you can. But don't quote me on that one. This monster can occupy at least 2... Sorry. This monster can copy the last 2 enemy actions and then use them once. On copied action, purges the same amount of an element of Aether that was spent on the action. Interesting. Then it has Bubble Trick and Wind Trick. 2 times 2 water damage against target enemy. Applies sidekick to self. Okay, it's a sidekick thing. And 2 times 6 wind damage, which wouldn't be bad. It would cover my... It'd give me a bit of coverage over, like, fire and stuff. And that Tatsuworm is way better than my Tatsuworm. Just in case you're wondering as well, like, when we get our monsters, they're, like, in the level 1 state. Whereas in the wild, they'll be in, like, a higher level state. So this thing has got more abilities and moves than I've got. I think the Wumputing is your favorite mythical creature because it's just so odd. We might actually grab this thing. Okay, so you're just attacking me. You're doing Bubble Trick. And you're gaining Sidekick. I can't break you right now. Yeah, I can't break you. If I kill the other creature anyway, I don't need to worry about the sidekick. That's like my logic right now. Alright, we'll try and deal with you first. Also, I'm a bit spooked by this thing critting me, so getting some weakness in this guy is not too bad. You're dead to poison as well, I think. Okay, poison triggers first. Good to know. Right, this won't quite break you, sadly, but we'll get there. What are you doing, by the way? 2 times 4 earth damage against target. Enemy applies 2 poison. Okay. I actually can't do that if I want to catch this thing, because otherwise I will kill it. Actually, I think I'm already going to kill it before I catch it, because it's going to take 2 poison damage. And I think Tatsuworm does 2 times 4, right? So I may have already screwed up. I think I actually have. I think I should just end it. Or try to end it. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Interesting it said it staggered at the end and not just died. We'll find something though. Don't worry. Alright, we got a new trait on Nyx and Tatsuworm. Alright, let's see what we got in Nyx. Aura, an earth action from ally applies poison to each enemy. That actually could happen. We do, in fact, have earthen allies. And it also means in the future I could grab more earthen creatures just to try and trigger this. On attack, consumes up to 1 earth aether to deal 6 earth damage. Hit. And apply 6 poison to target enemy. Okay. And synchronous healing. I think the gold ones are rare traits as well. Aura, whenever you reach 5 aether of the same element, heals all allies heals all allies for 2 times 4, triggers up to once per element per combat. That seems really strong if you had like a very like broad team. It's just a passive healing. But it does require the battle to like last a certain amount of time. So I'm actually going to take the Toxic Earth and not the super rare thing, because I think I'm going to get more value from this in the current state. Or whenever poison triggers an enemy, applies poison to all enemies. Okay, I think I found my synergy. Or debuffs deal 4 more damage against enemies. I can see it as well. It makes the poison better. Plus 3 crit damage. Every third hit of an action is a critical hit. For multi-targeted actions, it is every second hit against the monster instead. Okay, so that's like for the crit build, but no, give me the plague. We're at the plague rats right now. Getting a salve. Good. Oh, it is an equipment, never mind. The end of combat cleanses 2 corruption from self. I'm going to scrap this. I'm pretty happy with what we've got right now. Look at my gold, and... Okay, I did get another creature this floor. I thought we'd have one more battle. It's fine, we'll get one on the next floor anyway. We're just being, like, a little bit of a greedy boy. That's no bad thing. We can see the map as well. You can use the map to teleport to any point of interest. You discovered in the zone. Good to remember. Alright, we can either... I found the end of this zone. You might want to use the map to check if there are any undiscovered spots left in the zone. If there's not, we've done it. You can also use the map to teleport to a point of interest. You can open the map by pushing M. We've already done that. I've defeated the tutorial, in fact. So we can go to Loop Drop, Aether Spring, and Envoy. I can't remember what any of these do anymore, to be very, very honest with you. But I don't really need loot. Let's go to Envoy, I guess. Because I kind of don't need stuff to go on my creatures right now, because I don't have enough creatures to warrant it. I guess, actually, it wasn't too bad I didn't get anything in the last floor, because I couldn't have revived it anyway, because I didn't have a spare one of these. So I was always going to end that last floor with 2. And before I, like, touch that thing, I need to find a 3rd creature. Hello, by the way. Alright, can't jump over the water, I guess. Oh, what's that thing? Oh, hang on a second. I think I do this as well. I can. I'm sneaking up on them. Can I come back up here? I want to sneak up on them again. Help. I'm stuck. You know what? I'm pushing the wrong button. That's my problem here. It's space, not shift. Alright, I got him. Don't worry. Not quite what I dreamed up, but this guy looks very oozy and poisony, so let's try and break this guy. You're fighting an ooze. Its signature trait can be tricky to fight against, as it can deal increasing amounts of damage to your whole party if left unchecked. You can inspect your enemy's signature traits by pushing F to use the inspect feature in combat. Signature trait Putrid Odor. Applies 2 poison to self whenever the poison triggers against this monster. Enemies will also take damage from it. Okay, I remember this thing now. So it wants to poison itself. And it can potentially poison allies, which is really interesting, but is another poisoner. So I think we'll grab this. It has got type tank as well, which we probably do actually want. So I think immediately we're just going to send this out into you. I'm going to send this out into you to break you. Or stagger you, sorry. It is really scary me poisoning this guy, by the way, but don't worry, I'm going to use Craft Memento now. And we're going to catch it. I don't think this can fail, right? Nice. And I think that removes it from battle, question mark? Okay, it doesn't remove it from battle. We need to kill that thing pronto. sadly, it's going to take a little bit of time to kill it. Oh, I said that angrily. It died to poison before its effect went off, which is a let's go moment. I think it only died because it actually triggered its own poison on itself and then killed itself, which is pretty good. That can be used on myself, which is actually kind of interesting to know as well. Let me start working down Tatterworm. What are you doing, sorry? 4 times 3, and it's into the top slot. 4 times 6. Yikes. This into the bottom slot, though. Alright, just mass poison. More poison for the Poison Lords. Take poison, you die, you pass the poison along. I probably should have checked the numbers there. That's closer than I thought it was going to be. Alright, you're going to do a big heal here. It has 11 stacks of poison in it, which feels pretty good right now. And take a bit more poison if you don't mind. I probably should use the heal potion here as well for, like, just pure safety. In case I've done something wrong. But we do win. Can I leave that there a second? I want to go summon my guy. I'm hoping I can just leave that on the board and it doesn't despawn. When choosing your monsters, you should primarily consider the monster's signature trait, elements, and types. This way you can quickly identify what monster's strengths are and what role it can play in combat. So we have Ooze. We're going to rebirth the Ooze. Thankfully, they go back to full health after each battle. It's not quite true. So if you see the purple bar, I'm getting corruption of my creatures, which means that they start with less max health, which is like actually pretty frightening. We're gonna have to deal with that eventually, because I don't have a lot of health in these creatures. Anyway, this could be equipment now. Okay, it's a monster soul. I am okay with that. This must be what Monster King call a blessed pond. For a simple offering a coin, you may cleanse one soul, or so the story goes. Offer 5 gold to cleanse 3 corruption from all monsters. Offer 10 to cleanse 6 from all monsters. A minimum of 5 is required. Do I actually have any gold? Okay, apparently I did have the gold, but that honestly is fine. Just get rid of all the corruption. I think it's the thing that's most likely to kill me. So, I'm A-okay with this. Some monsters will attempt to ambush you. When you get close to them, you can press space to use your Void Parry to counter their ambush, giving the same advantage as when you perform the Void Blitz. I will. Okay, we have Not Oddish, which I think can do poison stuff as well, so we actually want to capture this thing as well. Even if I can't, like, slot it in just yet, maybe down the line I can slot it in. We've seen Wolpertinger. It's also a 3-on-3 battle, which is pretty spicy. The Oddish is already staggered, which is pretty useful. Top and bottom are getting attacked. That's 14 damage, by the way. That's actually disgusting. And you're doing 9 damage, which is also kind of disgusting. Just to remind myself, what was this doing again? Oh yeah, poison gets applied to all enemies. Sure. And Earth actions are what I want to do. Alright, that's good to know. So actually, this is going to put AoE poison on everything. So I should hit you and start breaking you. I should actually look at what Oddish is up to as well before I do anything else funny. Just in case poisoning Oddish is like a bad thing. It's wholesome. The start of each combat applies 1 regeneration to self. Whenever regeneration triggers on this monster, applies regeneration to each other ally, then triggers regeneration on them. That's right, this thing's a big healer. But yeah, it kind of fits my team brief, so I would like to stagger it. It's going to be a bit awkward right now because I need to get to the fire, but we can get there eventually. I'm just a touch concerned I'm going to like get it with poison before that happens. But we'll see. And I'm applying, like, actual ludicrous amounts of poison right now. I could catch Whoopatinger as well, I suppose. But I've only got one Blight Memento, so maybe I should be a bit more, like... Maybe I should be a bit more careful with it. Let's put it that way. Actually, weakness is fine. I'll take weakness. Okay, here come the poison triggers. Alright, you weakened my ooze, which I simply don't care about. You're now taking big poison. Okay, this fire attack needs to come into here so the Orange gets staggered. I am going to catch it because I actually might consider putting it in my party somewhere. We'll see. I need to be cautious because this wolf is attacking my bottom slot. So I should possibly do a heal there, in fact. But actually, I think I'll do this and just hit the AoE heal instead. It's probably enough for the slime. Again, mass poison goes through. And then heals all allies. Oh, that's actually pretty useful. But I think I'll do this. Get even more poison on this guy. Right, he's actually dead already. So I can just do the AoE healing stuff. I say AoE. We can just do healing. Massive healing here. Poison. Massive healing here. Because the poison doesn't matter in this case anyway. Also, that actually triggers my Nyx's ability, right? The... What's it called now? Toxic Tides. If it receives or applies a heal, it poisons enemy with the lowest amount of poison. So it's like poison all the way down. Now I guess I'll just end the battle so I don't trigger my poison. No, I think I do. I think, as I said, their poison triggers first at the start of their turn. So I think it already died before I triggered my poison. Ooze has got a bit of catching up to do, but don't worry, there are ways to get catch-up mechanics. Little Monster Soul. Alright, anything down here? Oh yeah, this guy. Oh, also this, actually. So we've only got 4 and 3 corruption, so it's not that scary right now, so I probably don't want to use the pool just yet. Alioth, surprised to see me, Syrinx? I can't investigate the massive void phenomenon without venturing inside myself. Sure, it wasn't ordered to go inside, but nobody ever made it into the council just by following orders. Besides, I may be of service to you in the void. I take it you're proficient with artifacts, aren't you? I am indeed. They've had quite an impact on my travels. In that case, I believe I can help you out with my magic. Let me see what I have for you. A syringe-shaped ore chunk hovers in the air above Alioth's hand. It's aetheral ore, a metal infused with aether, commonly believed to be extremely rare. Much more common within the void, however. I could split the ore in 2, forming 2 artifacts. One for you, one for me. You can have first pick if you like. Do I split it? Or do I get 10 gold? Split it, because I need to get the ooze. And don't pass on to the next guy, just keep it yourself. Void Crystal generates a wild ether. A wiki wild. Well, I'm going to make this joke again. Every time I see wild ether, you're getting wiki wilded. That is... Oh, it's an artifact. It's not something that goes to my creature. I'm dumb. Okay, I understand. Breaks 3 points on target creature. I actually kind of like the idea of this. Because I don't have coverage right now for wind, right? I can't deal with wind. I can perform it, but I can't deal with it. So I guess I could use this potentially to break through a wind creature. The wild is pretty nice as well, though, for any big, expensive abilities. But I don't actually have them yet, so we'll take Chromatic Scroll. Please. Alright, gonna do it properly for the first time. There you go. High ground to break this guy, or this guy. I guess we go into this guy, or let's go into this guy, because the other guy I actually can't do wind to break him, unless I use my ability. So I'll get to the point where Taxel Worm can be broken. Alright, what are we looking at here? So 2 are attacking my ooze, 1 is attacking my mid slot, which is a taxer worm. I'm going to break one of the bottom attackers, which is this guy, so I'm not taking the 12 damage, which is disgusting, by the way. So I just need to deal with 6 from here and 6 from here. Alright. Where is my water attacker? It's actually used my water attacker right now. Staggered. I thought your base attack was elemental as well. Not sure about that. It doesn't really matter. I will be just killing you instead. Alright, big poison across the board. And the question is, do I attack the guy at the top or the guy at the bottom? If I attack the guy at the top, there's like a slight concern just purely because it powers him up. So actually, I'm going to put the damage into here. And eventually, maybe we'll get enough, like, poison and cockatrice so we can kill it by poison instead, which is way more efficient for me. Alright. You are 4 times 2, so I'm actually going to break the cockatrice this turn because he can't attack me with its temporary power anyway. It isn't an earth attack, sadly, so I don't get the poison stacks of it, but, you know, it denies it a turn. I guess we'll do this for healing. It should go into here. I think this is going to cause you to be poisoned again, right? No. Oh, I didn't heal myself, right? Healing allies doesn't trigger it. That's okay. I think I just do this. I'll just guarantee you die. You take the poison damage, you die, you pass the poison damage along. Kind of. Well, I say that. It's not when you die. It's when you take the poison damage, you, like, pass the poison along. And now you're just basically dead. I'll do this to get a bit of, like, leech off it. Or whatever you want to call it. And we're basically all back to full health. And my ooze is going to level. Everyone is going to level. Dings all round. Let me do the level 3s first. Blood Drain. 4 times 5 water damage against target enemy. Heal stuff for 3 times 4. I get it because that will trigger my ability, which is when I heal, I apply poison. Healed all allies for 5. Shield all allies for 3. It's a free action. Also seems pretty strong. And Healing Brew. Heals all allies for 2 times 5, but and generates a water, fire, wind, and earth ether. Interesting. I guess it depends if I want this thing to be like a pretty strong attack or if I want this thing to be more supportive. I actually might need this just because purely because the ooze is like damaging everyone, like it's poisoning, or potentially it's going to poison everyone. So I actually might need AoE healing out of the wazoo. The slight concern is like, I mean, I guess I don't need damage, right? I'm just going to kill people with poison. That's the grand plan. Give me a brew. Also, it kind of covers some bases down the line. If I get, like, other Aethers, that thing can, like, generate the Aethers for me. Earth attacks on this thing is also pretty good because it triggers the ability of my other guy, which is when an Earth attack goes off, it poisons him. 3 times 8 Earth damage against target enemy. First hit is a critical. Applies 2 regeneration to all allies and shields 2 for each regeneration stack. Probably not going to happen that often. Or 1 times 15 fire or earth damage against target enemy. On first hit, crit plus 2 poise damage. Is that not just absurdly strong? Oh no, I guess it's 1 times... Wait, it's 1 times 15 damage. It's still pretty good. On first hit plus 2 poise damage, though, does that not just mean I get 3 poise damage, potentially, on a fire hit? I'm actually kind of pervertly interested in this. Also, it's fire and earth. Does it trigger my abilities that trigger based on earth? A precision meteor. I guess this is also 24 damage versus 15. But it's 1 energy less. And would give me a bit more fire coverage. And actually, it would give me fire coverage whilst using an earth ability. You know what? I'm going to try this. Just out of interest. Corruption Cleanse plus 2. At the end of your turn, if monster has less than 8 shields. Oh, corruption cleansing ability, sorry. At the end of combat cleanses corruption from self. I get the point of this because I guess I'm applying corruption to myself every time I poison myself and take damage from the poison. Then your turn, if this monster has less than 8 shields, shield self equal to the difference. I get it, but I don't really want to shield this thing. I want just the raw health, actually, because again, I think shields is like anti-synergistic with the healing stuff I want to do. Whenever a debuff stack is applied to this monster, it applies the same debuff to another random ally or enemy. Okay. Or on action, applies 1 affliction to self and converts 1 random Aether into wild Aether. An affliction being... applies X debuff stacks randomly chosen among the debuffs that you can be applied to monsters in your party. Okay. So it's basically a random effect that I already got. Which is interesting. If I had no afflictions, what would happen? I'm not loving any of this. Like, I'm semi-tempted to go for the Shared Torment. But I think it's pretty spookerific, actually. I feel like I'm just, like, embracing the corruption. Like, I need some other benefit to be having debuffs on my guys. I guess it's ally or enemy, and I've got a lot of healing, so he might just, like, take the poison... sorry, take the poison train along, or whatever you want to call it. I want to try the Shared Torment, but I'm a bit concerned about it. That's the one gained an experience. I'll take it. Right, that's the end of this floor if I want it, but I don't actually want it, so we'll... Wait, do I want it? I'm gonna be there. I think... Let me just quickly check if there's anything in the top. Alright, well... Wait, there's money up here. It was worth. Okay. So now I can go to a loot drop, an Aether Spring, or a merchant. I think we might go for a loot drop because I have nothing on the ooze right now. And we can actually have a peep in here because I did catch another creature, but I can only rebirth it if I get rid of another one of my guys. Which currently I feel pretty happy with what I'm doing. But let's see what we've got here. So this gives regeneration. So I think this goes quite nicely with the ooze because the ooze is like poisoning me while this is like healing me. And they just counter one another out. 2 times 3 earth damage against target enemy applies weakness to enemy. I kind of got something like this via my effects anyway. And heals target for 3 times 7 and applies regeneration to all allies. Yeah, I like it, but I think it's not what I'm going to take. Just because I'm pretty happy with what I'm doing. Also, if anything dies, we can always resurrect that back. And it probably slots into the party, like, reasonably well. I think right now, if I'm going to put something in the party, it'd have to be, like, have a demonstrably really strong ability for me to consider it. Alright, that is my loot drop, I guess. That was promised. Whoops. Okay. Well, we'll deal with you guys in a second. You gained Hourglass of Undoing. It's an artifact. Alright. Is that what it does when it says on the tin? Type of thing? And that's the boss. Well, it will lead to the boss. Run around a second. What is this mysterious golden shrine? Oh, is this a secret? No, it's not a secret. I thought I could go across the gap. This must be an elemental challenge. They say that it's up to the gods themselves whether one may pass it unscathed. You may send in one of the earth monsters in your party to take on the earth elemental challenge. They have a 50% chance to succeed, and they may retry until they succeed on the challenge. On a success, the monster gains 1 experience and 100 worthiness. On a fail, the monster is afflicted with corruption. You know what? Let the ooze take the challenge. It has a corruption removing ability. Ooze attempts to brace the challenge. It passed! Let's go, ooze! Oh, baby, that worthiness. And a little ding. So, wait, can I do this again, did it say? Oh, once you pass, you can't repeat the gamble. Okay. That's fair enough. It possibly would be too strong if I just, you know, endlessly gambled. Please. There you go. Who do I want to break here? Honestly, you're all pretty scary. I guess we'll try and deal with one of these cockatrices. I don't like their ability where they get temporary power after I start smacking them. Okay, oh my god, I've hit the wrong guy. Not that I could have predicted it, but I've hit the wrong guy. 4 times 6 water fire damage against target enemy, deals 5 to self. That's pretty brutal though. It's going into the bottom slot, so Victor Von Ooze is taking this damage. You're doing a basic attack and I'm going to try and break you. At the top. Oh, actually, I can break the one in the middle as well. It's a 4 times 2, I forgot. I've also got this. Which isn't doing what I thought it was going to do. I thought it would do more poise damage, but maybe it only goes through on the hit. I'm not going to risk it right now. Let me do this. I know I miss out on poison this way. Also, I was going to break anyway if it did 3 poison damage. Break this guy. Stop me doing the massive attack. Alright, you're attacking at the bottom and middle. That's fine. Honestly, I want to make my ooze like a health tank if I could do that. I don't know if I can really like control it that much, but it really is like the situation I want to get into. I think while we're doing this, let me try and put more damage into you. And again, more damage into you, I think. Poison all around. Whenever your monsters take a certain amount of direct damage from an enemy actions without being protected by a shield, they gain corruption. Alright. Corruption lowers the starting health in each following combat. Try to avoid corruption if possible. Not happening here. It's not what I'm planning to do. We're just going to take it on the chin if you don't mind. Alright, that cockatrice is dead down to poison. And we're going to try and break the other cockatrice down, which actually I can't do because I don't have enough fire. So I guess I'll try and chill to some degree this turn and generate more fire. But I don't have a guarantee of generating fire. That's my actual issue right now. Without doing this, it's not a guarantee. So I think I'll guarantee get the fire for the next turn and just hit you with a basic attack. I guess I could have done this as well, that I think about it. That probably would have been a more sensible play. Oh well. Yeah, my guy could generate it, you're right. What do you do, by the way? It's the heal, right? It's a heal. The poison triggers first, so that kind of doesn't matter. It is a bit annoying he's going to, like, remove everything, but... Actually, he's going to die before he does that, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to pick up a double kill. Poison triggers, passes poison to the next guy, passes poison to the next guy. This guy attacks me. Oh, he puts a bunch of burn on me, which actually is pretty scary because when my ooze gets burnt, he puts like a debuff onto a random character, and at this state of the game, it's more likely to hit myself than anyone else. But we should be okay here. Again, AoE heal here. You'll also take some poison this time because I took burn damage by using an action, which I've just instantly healed back up again. This is going to break you. And it's going to end you. There's the poison. Gain a belt. On interrupts, 50% chance to apply power to self. Initial weakness +2 at the start of combat applies 2 weakness to a random enemy. It's better than nothing, I guess. I actually want to see what this on-interrupt effect also means, because I don't quite get what on-interrupt means. Tooltips. Triggers when an enemy action is interrupted. Actions get interrupted when the enemy is staggered, killed, or when the enemy lacks Aether required to pay for the action cost. Okay, cool. So there's a few ways to stop an enemy getting an attack off. If that happens, I can power myself. That's basically it. Okay, it's probably somewhat hard to do, but not impossible, right? And actually, I've got an artifact as well that lets me stagger people, so I guess I could also trigger it. Right, where are these other guys? I'm sure I saw some more people. There you are. Oh, is this a friend? That's a friend, not a monster. I would have tried to catch you otherwise. Wait. Oh, well, I'll do it. I keep fucking up. I keep just walking off edges. I keep thinking you have to, like, dash off the edge, but you don't. You can just walk off it. Anyway, we have these dragon creatures. Let's have a look at these guys. I do remember them, but... Gift of the Worm. On support action, applies temporary power to self. On attack, transfers all power and temporary power stacks to every other ally. So this thing can, like, scale everyone, which is pretty alarming. I mean, like, astonishingly alarming. And there's two of them, so they can, like, do double scaling. So I probably want these things to not be on the board anymore. Only you're doing a special attack, though. Fire Fang, put Sidekick on, which I don't really want to deal with. Okay. You know what? Oh, what's this, by the way? I generated this before. Heals all allies for 5. Cleanses 5 corruption from all allies. Charges 2. That's disgusting, actually. That's a really good item to generate, I think. Okay, I'm going to break this guy just with my potion. By potion, I mean scroll. Now, I'm just going to go to town on him, if you don't mind. I might hold on to my water as well. I probably don't need it, but... Equally, I don't really need to heal that much right now on the AoE heal. Oh my god, I did 34 damage! Wait, is a crit double damage? If a crit's double damage, that's actually absurd. Because it's a guaranteed crit. I'll leave you alone, honestly, because if you sidekick, who cares? If I've killed all of your friends, then you're just the Robin. No one's scared of just the Robin. Okay, probably should have checked if, like, you're both attacking that guy. Okay. We can recover this guy, though. Don't worry about it. Just what's the most efficient way of doing it? Probably with this is the most efficient way of doing this. Oh, staggered enemies take 50% more damage. That's why the crit did so much. Okay, fair enough. You know actually how much crit damage is in this game? Is it 50%? AK, I got 50 plus 50. What are you doing, by the way? Fire it. So purges 2 enemy Aether, generates fire, fire, fire. You have no idea? That's fine. I guess I can for science this. Because this is... First hit is a crit. Did 23. So yeah, it's 50%, right? Kind of. Oh no, it is 50% because I've got an ability that gives me +1 crit damage. Okay. We'll do a big heal here to get my Tatzelworm back up again. I'm not killing the other guy anyway. I do mass poison my guys, but that's fine. They're used to it now. My counter to the mass poison is just do one of these, I guess. Yep, that's a lot of poison. The game is over, in fact. Okay, that felt pretty good. Right, my ooze dings. Retaliate, which is upon me getting attacked. Or receive non-attack damage, actually. Wait. That'll trigger on poison, then. Retaliate triggers a 2x4 earth water damage attack against the enemy. Free action. Is that not disgusting? I just get this as a free action always, and it's an earth ability, so it's going to trigger more poison. Trigger all poison on monsters also seems kind of disgusting, but I think the thorns to get me there further seems like so powerful. It's actually just a fire attack as well, but I don't really need the fire that much. And I don't really want to do any more damage to myself. I think already the poison is going to cause me some issues in the long run. Thorns me up, baby. This slime's got thorns. He went through a cactus patch and just sucked it up. Okay, I think that might be the entire floor now. Nope, it's not. Alright, there's stuff to the right. But I think, wait, that might be actually the end. Hang on a sec. Did I just not go close enough? Oh, I didn't go close enough. Okay. So we have the witch. The merchant. I'm kind of... Excuse me? Any secrets? No. I'm kind of intrigued by what the witch is going to offer me, so I'll say no to the merchant. I'll say hello to the witch. As you may have noticed, corruption is a constant danger that diminishes your monster's survivability through a run. Yeah, I should really use my potions. There are only a few ways of cleansing corruption, and they only cleanse a limited amount at a time. Successfully dealing with corruption by preventing and playing around it is one of my main challenges in Aethermancer. Listen, my build requires me to hit a lot, so, you know, just deal with it. Right, let me just pick up all the gold, because I think I'm going to have to spend money to make money here. This is a champion monster. You face them at the end of each biome. They're tougher and have more skills and use 2 actions each turn. You have to defeat them to advance the next biome. Alright, I'll be back. I think I can catch them as well, which is why I've been holding on to my memento. You walk the pilgrimage path, Syriax. Do you feel enlightened yet? Personally, I always feel calm around here, even with all the void and monsters, believe it or not. Ha ha ha. Reroll an action of a monster, reroll a trait of a monster, or refuse an experience for a random monster. Can I look at my monsters? I can't. I'm pretty happy with actually everything I'm doing right now. I don't think there's any action I really don't want. Traits, I'm pretty okay on as well. I think we've like made some like sensible decisions. The only one I wasn't sure of is the slime poison my own guys, but even that I'm like trying to prepare for, so I think I'll get 1 experience instead if you don't mind. Ah, there was a 1 in 3 chance I would have got a level in Tatzelworm there, so it was worth humoring. Anything else? No. Alright. Well, turns out the witch was a bit of a wash. Alright, it's the warden. I'll get that gold in a second. We don't need it. Right. While most enemies have a simple poise weakness, corresponding to one of the 4 elements, some enemies have a special poise weakness. This champion monster isn't weak to any of the 4 elements, instead it simply needs to be hit with a great amount of hits to be staggered, regardless of the element. Also, since it's a champion monster, it only loses one of its actions when staggered. Right, noted. So, first things first. Do it. I healed as well, so I put poison on the guy. That's pretty funny. Can I use 2 of these a turn? I can't, right? It's just 1 a turn. I mean, it's all readied out, so I'm going to assume no. Free action triggers a 2x4 earth water damage. Free action. Is this always a free action? I guess I'm burning an Aether to do this, so it's actually a little bit spooky. I'm trying something, okay? Let me get my poison train triggering myself. It might be a bit early for this, but... I'm just wondering if I can, like, kill the guy with poison, like, very quickly. That weakness could also get applied to that guy. Okay, it didn't. It got applied to myself. I'm not sure about this ability of, like, applying loads of debuffs to myself or the enemy. It seems to often be hitting me. But, right, there should be a free action because of Retaliate. Oh, it sets up the Retaliate, I think. Right, it sets up like a... Yeah, I understand. It sets up a, like, reflect type thing. So if I get targeted, I reply with an attack. And then I can actually just do this as well. Right, I get it. I might have fucked up this anyway, but we're still learning. So I think I might break him this turn. Irrespective of what I do here, I'm, like, basically guaranteed to break him. Don't even need to use these right now. Staggered. It's still attacking my ooze, which is actually really good. It's the attack that I wanted to go through. I didn't know which one I was going to remove, but it's the first one. Get retaliated. Right? Yeah, retaliate. Thorns, baby. We should apply more poison because I just used an earth ability. I do need to do some healing, though. Right, 10 across the board, which will then apply more poison because I'm healing. When I heal, I apply poison. That's some good stats. You do a crit, and it's also in... Wait, hang on a sec. What the fuck are you doing to me? Shield self for 2 times 6. Applies redirect to self. Doesn't bother me. Retaliate. Triggers 2 times 5 fire damage. So if I hit this thing, it's going to hit me back. That's scary. 4 times 7 earth damage against target enemy. And you're hitting the top slot. That's too much damage. It's 28 damage, buddy. With the poison as well, it's actually frightening. And that's all to self. Okay, I see what's occurring here. I think I actually changed my plan. I think we're just going to go for massive poison, actually. And I think, firstly, I'm going to do one of these. Again, just removing the corruption. There goes the corruption bar. Give me a bit more poison as well. And I actually think my opening turn of poisoning all my guys was probably not the winner's choice in the end. I can't quite sustain it as much as I thought I could. I mean, I say this, like, we're doing disgusting damage. Alright, so I don't want to attack him right now because he's got retaliate. Purge me? Scumbag. He's attacking the bottom row for 32, so I have to heal this slime. But basically about to fall, otherwise I'm in trouble. You're attacking the top, you're purging, you're doing 14. So I need to do big heal here. I think I need to heal the slime still more. I think I have to attack as well as the other awkward thing. So I should have done this first. I don't think you can pass an action. But you're not getting attacked, so that's okay. Victor Von Ooze, you actually living through this turn, buddy? I think you're not living through this turn. I think I actually need to do this on you for you to live. And then I'm going to put a retaliate up so that you attack me. I've just realized my issue here. I think I can't end my turn. I think I have to attack this thing. It's going to die to poison. We're fine. I could do this as well to basically pass the turn. Okay, it turns out I have to be a bit careful with pushing the poison all button. It leads to a scary situation. We actually might want to get rid of Victor Von Ooze. I think it's actually a bit too scary right now with what I'm doing. The theory's fine. Actually, I think when I got offered to reroll the trait, I should have taken it on this guy. I just got rid of that ability. I just don't use it. Don't interact with it. Alright, Cleanse, Corruption, Healing +1. Increases the healing of each heal. Possibly necessary on this guy because he's stopping the Alamo with damage right now. Aura, whenever an ally is healed to full health, cleanse 2 Corruption from them. That's actually pretty good. Aura, when you reach 5 Aether of the same element, purge 1 enemy Aether of the same element, and applies power to self. That's more of a damaging option, I'm not really after that. At the start of your turn, generate a Wiki Wild Ether. At the end of your turn, consume a Wiki Wild Ether and deal 3 damage hit to this monster for each. Oh, so if I don't spend my Wild Ether, I get burnt for it. Just give me the Cleanse Corruption, thank you. Toxic Cycle, whenever allies apply 5 or more poison in the same turn, applies regeneration to each ally. That might actually be the thing that saves this build. Because I assume if I put poison on myself, then I will get the regeneration. And that will offset the poison. I don't know what triggers first, but it seems pretty good. Aura, on water action from ally, applies regeneration to the ally with the lowest amount of regeneration. Or crit chance +10, whenever you crit, you get Wild Ether. Again, it's not really where I'm trying to go right now. I'm just trying to stall the game out, I guess. So we'll take the Toxic Cycle. And again, the Talisman rare. Whenever a buff is applied to this monster, 20% chance for to apply another stack of the same buff. Cannot trigger with itself. Poison damage +1 increases damage of poison against enemies by 1. Wild Conversion converts the first 1 Aether generated by this monster each turn into Wild Aether. It would actually be pretty good on you, but I'm actually quite happy with the ability you've got on you. I think it's like... I think you having this is better than me destroying the item I've already got, which is putting weakness on anyway, which is letting me live longer. And putting this on, even though, like, you're putting potentially regeneration on people now, so it would actually potentially give me 2 stacks of regeneration from this. The ooze isn't really doing anything with, like, buffs right now, but I might actually just stick on the ooze just for the poison damage. And the Wild Aether's nice. I think I'm just going to replace this, but... Man, I wish I could swap item from, like, creature to creature. Because I would just move this along to here and be happy. And then this on you. Actually, maybe I fucking just do it. Maybe I just destroy this thing and just ignore the weakness. Because this is so good on this guy. We get more poison. We get more poison. We get potentially more regeneration. I don't think it's worth it. I take it back. I think I just don't care that much. I'm also not exactly sure how the poison thing triggers because currently I'm getting the poison off an effect, right? Or an aura. Rather than the ability itself. Not quite sure. I do have one of my abilities, but like I get poison on this, right? But I don't get it on this. But I do get it via another trait, so you know. I don't quite know how that works. Anyway. I might live to regret it, but who knows? We'll see. Would poison damage +1 double the amount of damage poison? I don't know. I don't know exactly how it works. It does say to enemies and not allies, so I think I'm okay putting it on the ooze, but if the ooze dies, I have a replacement, so it's fine. Also, I just thought, you can catch that guy. I didn't even try to do it. I should have caught him. Whatever. This tent appears to be rather new, which means there are people actually living in the void, and they call me mad. Alright, any more goodies be gained? Before I go to the area that typically, like, kicked my ass before. You've entered the rest site. This is the safe place between the dangerous biomes of the void. The cauldron you see there is the monster meal. Specifically prepared for your monsters. It will cleanse a large amount of corruption from your monsters. Alright. Perfect. Interesting, another Aethermancer. Who are you then, child of Sol? You're familiar with my kind. That's unusual. My name is Syrinx. Many things are known to us. Apologies, but who is us? And what are you doing here anyway? Why, this is our home, the Fractured Ruins. Is there a better place to be on a terrace day? And by us, I mean us. A humble trader living a simple and modest life. And his associate, say hello to Sally. I'm sorry, Sally, I've eaten your dinner. Are you on your side of the void? Yes, yes, the void. A natural part of our world, I'm afraid. Life and death, aether and void. With the chit-chat out of the way, perhaps you're interested in my wares. Care to buy anything? Alright. This epic staff. Hit. Poison hit plus 15% on hit. 50% chance to apply poison. Water generator. Plus 1 water. Basic attacks generate additional water. Regeneration chance 50%. An action 50% chance to apply regeneration to self. Actually really interesting on the ooze right now. Only because I've got the retaliation action right. And I assume it's counted as an action, so I would get another proc of the regeneration chance. So I might want to stick that on the ooze, and it's discounted. We've also got the chain. I've got 38 gold, by the way. On single target attack, if the enemies have 4 or more aether, purge an enemy aether. Poison damage plus 1. Increases damage of poison against enemies by 1. Initial weakness plus 2. That of combat applies 2 weakness to a random enemy. A monster soul, which can be used to rebirth a monster. We don't need it. Heals one of your monsters by 15 and cleanses 5 debuffs from it. Actually could be essential to my survival chances or bonus experience. I can just buy experience. Honestly, Victor Von Ooze, I'm sorry, you just picked up this talisman. Goodbye to the talisman. And I've got 31 gold because I actually generated some back. I should buy this. I should buy this. Ah! I wanted 3 again on the use. That's fine. Alright, we spent down, but I think we got pretty good stuff. Again, I don't really want to birth the Odditch right now. Next zone envoy, Aether Spring, or Night. Let's go for Night. Right, we have to respect this area. There are some enemies in here that are, like, actually extremely frightening. Hello. I've heard many stories about your kind, Syriax. I hope nothing that paints us as too villainous. Villains? Nay, you are the heroes, guiding monsters towards worthiness, helping out across Terrorist Day. That is certainly the idea. In practice, however, our history looks a bit different. Ah, don't worry about ancient history. Besides, as fellow Void Delvers, we can help each other out. Okay, hail Syriax. Are you on the way to the Void again? Wait, what? We're in the Void right now? Well, that explains a lot. I found this strange gemstones. Or gemstone even. Seems like it'd fit right into one of your monster's equipment. Probably make it stronger, I think. Do you use the strange gemstone to upgrade your monster's equipment? Nixie's blade. I can upgrade tier if possible and pick a new affix to it. I can okay, so it's upgrade my stuff. I can't remember what the rarest thing is. I don't know if epic is the rarest or if it's like legendary. I'm not going to pick this staff just because I don't know if it can actually go up further, but I know the rare can go to at least epic. So it changes the affix, potentially. Or a new affix, sorry. So it will add on to this one. Okay. So I guess I take the item which I feel most comfortable like keeping in the long run. I mean, I feel like this blade on the Nyx is pretty good since I do water damage here. So that's probably like a fairly locked in thing. This isn't totally locked in, so I guess we'll do this. Add water generator. More water generation on basic attacks. Converts the first Aether generated by this monster to wild. That's actually quite nice. Or regeneration healing. Increases healing of regeneration on allies by 2. I don't really put regeneration on this thing, right? It's currently on my... That's a word. I guess it, like... It doesn't really matter because I think it just still, like, passively works. You want to assign this as a legendary? We will just see if we find a legendary thing at some point. I think in the demo there wasn't, but I might be wrong. Because I remember doing this event and getting, like, a failure. I don't think it, like, lets you go back. It, like, just says, oh, you failed. Give me a Wild Aether instead. Alright, are you a creature? You are a creature. I have some recollection of you as well being spotted by a monster roaming. Combat's unavoidable. That's fine. Void Blitz. Alright. I think these things are supports. I think you do like random spells or something like... There's something really weird about you. You're like the Smeagol of this game. Or Smeargle, or you want to call it. I'll quickly check what is scaring me. Living Tome. Whenever your ally spends 2 Aether on each element, Unleashed Tome may be used once. Unleashed Tome uses a powerful action without spending Ether as a free action from a choice of 3 random actions. That's right, he gets to pick an ability and just send it off for free. It's actually pretty scary. Scald. Applies burn to enemy and decent damage. Swipe. Steals an Aether. It's annoying. Generates some Wiki Wild Aether and applies power to self. That's disgusting. It's all quite expensive though. Purges and generates an Aether. Also pretty annoying. And you got a lot of purging stuff. I see what you're about now. These guys are on action. If the action doesn't consume cooking stacks, applies cooking to self and regeneration to the ally with the lowest amount of regeneration. Oh yeah, this thing cooks, right? And you get regeneration from like consuming it or something. Yeah, consume all stuck cooking stats and apply burn. So when the cooking gets consumed, you get regeneration as well. And you're more of a healer. You have some pretty scary looking abilities.
Old and wise.
Repeated. Thank you very much for the subscription with the Prime. Much appreciated. Yeah, heals all allies for 10. Applies 2 burn to all enemies. Although actually, with my fucking stupid slime thing, I'm actually reapplied the burn to others. Also, thanks to the follow as well, Repeated. Much appreciated. Honestly, I might want to leave these guys up because they apply a bunch of debuffs to people, and I'm kind of okay with that. No one's attacking my slime right now, so I shouldn't do the retaliation thing. You are doing Invigorate, which is heal all allies for 6, applies regeneration. You're doing Lava Soup 3 times 7, so 21 damage against the target enemy, and you're targeting the top guy. Consume all cooking stacks, which is none right now. And apply 1 weakness on 3 burn for each consumed stack. Don't worry, he hasn't got any. And you're doing Icy Purge, so you're going to steal an Aether, or purge it, sorry, and then shield everyone. Yeah, this looks pretty bad. Actually, I don't like the look of this, and I can't really break you easily. I guess I will start the game of using my items to help break things. Staggered. And honestly, I think we just take them one at a time. I'll just eat the soup. Get the poison going. And no one's attacking, so I should just do a Toxic Slash. You're now dead to poison. Well, I catch the mummy, but didn't think about it, so no. I needed to break it anyway with the item, so and maybe we'll catch one of these chests, but I'm not super hot on this either. Pun not intended. I've only got one of these capture things left, right? No, I don't even have any, so we're catching nothing. I literally don't have a Black Memento, so don't even worry about it. Right, wind is my weakness because I can't actually break wind. Giggity. So I actually have to just break them down. This guy is attacking me though, so I can actually set up the thorns. And we'll go on the other guy. Which suits me anyway, because he's got so much poison on him anyway. Oh, we're getting all these regeneration stacks. How am I getting... Sorry. This is the other thing about this game. Like, I like it, but it's actually quite a lot going on at any one time. What was doing the regeneration again? Sorry, it's the item, right? No, it's this. No, it's not. Where's my regeneration coming from? Oh, I'm on the wrong guy. It's you, right? Yeah. Apply 5 more poison. Regeneration to each ally. Okay. So the mass amounts of poison I'm applying is also giving me regeneration. I see. So I can actually keep this train going, basically. And I guess you should just heal. And I guess I can just generate Aether for everyone. And this guy's going to apply poison again. Because when he heals, he applies poison. It'd be nice for a combat log. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad addition. Just so, like, you'd vaguely see what's going on. Oh, yeah, you've also got to use your actual ability. I forgot. More poison. Okay, this thing's got 3 regeneration, 5 poison as well, but 3 regeneration. What's this as well? It's got on it. Probably should have like paid attention to also what he was doing, because I really didn't. Other than the fact I knew one was attacking the bottom slot. Just poison everywhere. Anyway, whatever the debuff was is gone now. So, we'll figure it out another time. You're now healed 12 across the board, which I think I'll just take. Massive poison. I think it triggered the regeneration as well. No one's attacking the bottom slot. Again, I should really pay attention because sometimes these things just actually blow you up. And I have to recognize when I'm about to be blown up. I think we just try and deal with you by, like, poisoning you. You're dead. Poison. And then you are also dead to poison. Yes. Nope, regeneration goes first. Okay. It's fine. He's only healing anyway. I guess I take another stack of poison, but it gives me another opportunity to heal anyway. The problem is the corruption is ticking up now. Yeah, we'll do AoE heal. And that is the battle done. I have no other benefits I can get right now. Oh, wait, you can remove... Sorry, you remove corruption at full health. I guess I could have, like, considered that as well. Is that any time anyone gets to full health? Because what happens if I do this? Because the battle's over, right? And we're all at full health. No, okay, so it actually has to give you an actual monetary value of healing for it to actually do anything. I see. Or I'm not reading the ability properly. Maybe it is actually, it has to do the heal. Which actually, now that I think about it, I could have also tested by attacking with... Oh, no. No, I couldn't do it. Never mind. I take it back. Oh, what's for combat? Okay, that's fair enough. At the start of your turn, cleanse 2 debuffs from each ally. Whenever a debuff is cleansed from an ally, shields them for 2. I think at this point, I actually have to consider this, because I'm just getting too much poison to, like, sustain myself. And it's also 2 debuffs, not 2 poison stacks, so it could actually remove something important off. The shield is a bit anti-synergistic, but I think I do need a little bit of, like... I need a little bit of help to not die. As long as I'm not generating, like, infinite shielding, it's fine. Convert the attack of the first hit of each attack into a wild element. We'll be scrapping that. Oh, it's the end. Definitely more places to go. I don't know if I got that off first. I think I did. I've got a funny feeling these bat things are actually, like, phenomenally scary. Like, I actually have to respect these things. I think they set up, like, some big AoE attack. Aura, terror on enemies deals 2 more damage and heals the attacker for 33% of the damage hit. I think terror is, like, a vulnerable effect as well. We'll just check quickly. The first hit of an incoming attack deals 1 additional damage for each stack of terror. It's converted into wild damage and consumes half of those stacks rounded up. Yeah, it not even removes a stack, it just consumes half the stack. So it's like, it's a really scary effect. Like, it just amplifies damage by a huge amount. Yeah, and applies 3 terror to target, so... This thing is about putting terror on people and also on everyone. But, remember now, I actually removed debuffs, so I might actually start removing terror just accidentally. And turning into shields, which is phenomenally good for me. I do need to use fire damage to break through these guys. They're just doing basic attacks right now, which is, like, kind of okay. 3 times 5 wind damage against target enemy. And shield self is 7. You're attacking the bottom slot, which means I could use Victor Von Ooze to retaliate against you. But I could also just break you. No, I can't. Well, no, I can't really, actually. Okay, I'll do the strat. Will Thorns? What is this I'm getting? Oh, that's my Thorns retaliation icon. Okay, I see. You can then do another ability. If I do this, then you can't do this. And I think I'd rather you do this right now, actually, than you do this. I think I get more, like, buffs or debuffs with this. I'm going to just... I'm going to pivot, I think, to one of these guys as well. I really don't want to let these two both stay alive for too long. But I think the way to stop these guys is to purge their Aether, but I can't actually do that with this build at all. I have no metric to do it. Then I will do this to get you within one of breaking. And then finally, I've only got a base attack with you. One chip. Okay. All the poison is triggering, which triggers more poison, which is pretty good. Retaliates, gets a stagger. We have mass poisoned ourselves, which is both good and bad. But yeah, I then cleanse some of the poison off, which turns it into shields. Okay, I think this is actually not terrible anymore. It's still a little bit spooky, but not crazily spooky. Okay, this attack is actually frightening. It's 12 against all enemies. 3 times 6 against target enemies. Hitting the ooze. Victor Von Ooze is about to take... Oh, I think you go first as well, right? Does it go left or right? I can't remember now the actual order of the attacks. I think we had this conversation before as well. But if this goes first, like, I take infinitely more damage. Well... I think I'm taking, like, 33 damage or something. On the use, this is. So he is living this turn, but, like, not comfortably living this turn. But I can't easily break them otherwise. Nah, I could break one of them if I really want to. I'd have to use a potion. Alright, I think I'm going to play the world's riskiest game for basically no reason. Get the thorns up here. Do I need an earth? Not for that. I'm gonna heal off. So close to being dead. I think actually I'll target you instead then. I'll get the ooze to kill this guy. And hopefully at the end of this turn everyone will die to poison, but I think my ooze is gonna be like on 1 health. We'll see. Like, it's so much poison right now, it's, like, absurd. But it did go left to right, I think. Okay, I calculated right, and the retaliation goes off 2 times. So it's not 1 retaliation, it's for everything that attacks me, which is the way it works when I do the reverse, so... Just good to confirm. I removed Terror of Taxelworm as well, there to turn into shields, which is pretty nice. Now we can use this to do a big AoE heal. You're now basically dead to poison. I mean, you will be once I do this. I mean, so at some point I've removed corruption from my guys, so all in all, pretty good. Pretty efficient. Yeah. Right. Worthiness 2. Generates 50 Aether Crystals. Heal generator plus 3. Okay. And you get a new action. Explosive Burst. 2 times 5 water fire damage against target enemy. 50% crit chance, critical hits purge. Okay. 3 times 8 earth damaging against single target. First hit is always a crit. Applies 2 force of self and it's a free action. Turns each hit into a critical hit, which deals 50% more damage rounded up and 1 poise damage. Each hit consumes a stack. That seems actually unreal. I could just turn an attack into a crit. Oh, well, this is clearly meant to be used with this, right? That's the synergy. I might grab this then, just to give you, like, a bit of water mode as well. And if we, we come back around and get that again, maybe at some point, when I can guarantee the crits. Please. Like Memento. Okay, we can actually catch things again. What the fuck are you? Oh, I remember you. Please. Fire. Earth. I can kind of deal with these guys reasonably well. Again, I've got some pretty big nightmares of this thing, so let me try and break you. Right, Shambler. Breach the Void. This monster can copy its last action and use it once, with its cost replaced by Wild Aether, and as a free action, its element becomes Wild. Brace. Shield self for 2 times 4. Retaliate. Triggers 1 times 4 wind damage attacking enemy. Yeah, this thing isn't this thing a tank yet? It's tank, Aether, and Age. 2 times 7 water damage and redirects, which is also potentially quite useful. Generates Wiki Wild Wild Ether. The true Wiki Wild Wild Ether. Because it's 3 of them. Applies power to self and power is just more damage. And this Age itself. I think Age also like equates to damage, right? No innate effect. Age mainly determines when aging traits trigger. Okay, never mind. I take it back. Maybe I had a creature which said like when it ages it gets more damage or something. I can't remember now. But I remember Age being a mechanic. I don't think it really fits into the team. So I think I'm going to hold on to my capture. I might try and purge an Aether here, because if I hit a crit now and purge an Aether, then I might remove a wind one, which will mean the Wolpertinger can't attack me. And if I hit a water one, the other Wolpertinger can't attack me. I can't break this thing though that turn. That's probably fine as well. Never mind, I can't stagger it. There are some like small things I don't quite get. Okay, I did actually remove a water and stop this thing attacking, which is pretty good. I guess I'm gonna hit this guy as hard as I can since he's staggered. I can't afford this. But I could capture this thing. Again, I don't think I want to capture it right now. Just apply mass poison, please. Again, I really should check what this other guy's doing. I wasn't really fully paying attention to what the Wolpertingers are up to. It's like the bubble attack, right? It's just water damage, I think. But yeah, it was all attacking the top slot, so I should have probably respected that. Sadly, I have no redirection, so it's really awkward right now, my game plan. I think it's kind of foolish, actually, my game plan. Might get mucho poisoned. It's not attacking the bottom slot right now, so we might as well just use you for Damagios. You are dead to poison. I probably should have done this slightly differently, but that's fine. I'm going to use one of these just so I get the corruption off, really, more than anything else. I have nothing else I'm doing this turn. It does put another poison stack on as well, which is, like, not insignificant. I'll go on this guy because he's got more poison on him. Next turn I can stagger him. That basically will lead to his death because the poison is so high right now. Alright, never mind. He got staggered now. I don't quite get why I sometimes just randomly stagger things. I guess like it's the status effect is causing it or something instead. Alright, about 18 abilities just went off then. I think they were all good though. You're dead to poison, so I can actually ignore you at this point. And we're just all in this guy. Staggered, you're dead. Yeah, perfect. Kind of. The corruption is getting out of hand, but other than that, the theory, like, is fine. The theory holds true. And a double ding. Toxic healing. Heals target ally for 3 times 7. Applies 3 poison to all enemies. Triggers poison on all enemies. That seems pretty disgusting, actually. Heals target for 10 units are free. My only issue with this is, like, can I get to Earth, like, times 3 fast enough? I'm not sure. Interestingly, this poisons self as well, which is kind of like what the ooze does. I think I don't worry about, like, actually poisoning myself. I think I can deal with, like, getting status on my own characters by other means, so don't worry about it. I think this, though, to just trigger the poison again seems kind of disgusting. It's kind of not in keeping with what I'm trying to do, though. Maybe I just grab this. A free action just to heal for 10. In case I'm, like, lacking healing. But I've not really been lacking healing. I've been lacking damage occasionally. I'll take this. It's probably good to have a big ability anyway. Okay, so another attack. Shields all allies by 2 times 4. Heals all allies with a debuff for 2 times 4. Interesting. Wind and earth damage. I actually should consider this because I actually have no way to do wind damage right now. It'd give me some good coverage. Applies Affliction, which is going to be poison in this case because Affliction is just a random debuff they already have. I guess it could be weakness. Or Water and Earth applies 3 poison to all enemies and generates a random Aether. I think I'm going to take the wind coverage. This is actually somewhat tempting as well, just to counter out the debuffs a little bit, but we have such large healing around the board. I think we're okay without it. Alright. What is this? This pentagram holds a dark power that is not native to the Terrastay. It's a sacred place dedicated to something grander and far older than our world. Do I want a full rebirth for 30 gold, no experience lost? No. It removes all corruption, but you lose all your experience. Oh wait, no, it said no experience lost. Oh no, the experience will be reset. Oh, I guess it's like a full reset button. I gotta admit, this might actually be good. No, I'm good actually. I think this is like, I think this is used if like someone dies really. It's like a reset button. I guess I could use it to reset all the corruption on one of my guys. And potentially just fully reset them at the cost of 30 gold, but I think we have better use for gold. Potentially. Merchant, and we have 100... No, we have 7 gold. Do we have, like, no gold? We couldn't do it anyway. The Cook. Or the Aether Spring. The Spring removes corruption, right? We might want to go see the Spring. And again, I don't really have any money. Experience boon, wind. At the end of each combat, 25% chance that one of your monsters gains 1 extra experience. Or water. The end of each combat cleanses 1 corruption from each of your monsters, lasts until the end of the run. Okay, well, I think I actually have to go for this. This seems kind of insane because it's scaling, and I might get an ability from scaling that gives me, like, it might give me something that helps deal with the corruption, but just in the front loading, dealing with corruption now, I might just grab it. Because corruption is actually kind of like creeping up on my guys. countered. Okay. What are we doing? Shields all allies, applies temporary power to all allies, also pretty scary, because I think this will happen after the fact. I guess it's +1 damage, but... I mean, that turns out into, like, 12 damage, right? And in fact, more than that. Attacking mid for 18. Attacking bottom. I think I'm okay with you attacking the bottom. Okay, it's all. 2 times 4. It's actually not that good here. We'll do thorns. You can generate some water, earth. I guess I'll start hitting this guy. I don't think it really matters, actually. I'm not really doing anything beyond this anyway. I can purge an Aether. That would actually be pretty good here if we can get one of the crits. It's far from guaranteed, but it'd be a great roll. I did. I purged 2, actually, which means no one's doing a special move anymore. That was actually kind of lucky, I think. And I guess I'll break you. The only slight issue with that attack is it doesn't trigger my massive poison events, but even then it's not the end of the world. Alright, get retaliated, nerd. Okay. Anyone attacking the bottom, you're attacking everyone. Shield all for 6 deals damage to all enemies equal to the amount of shields on this monster. Is anyone else shielding? You have no shields right now, so that's actually not doing any additional damage beyond the 17. Oh no, never mind, I can fit it. It is doing stuff. That's actually really scary. Alright, I'm beginning to respect Purge right now. And you get Redirect, so it's actually going to be really hard to kill anything else after this turn. I need the bottom guy to die. So I'm going to set him up for lethal. You're now dead. So I'm only worrying about the other 2 guys. You're doing... I think it's doing 25 damage, which is disgusting. You're doing 16, which I can live with. I guess I'll set up my thorns again. And... Actually, shouldn't this be disgusting? Because it's Earth. But, no, it's on an ability, right? Not when I attack someone. So actually, it's not that disgusting. You know what? Let's just do it for fun. Let's push the big button. It doesn't mean my play was wrong, but whatever. Yep, 25 damage, big ow. But don't worry, I'm hitting you back. And it has redirect this guy now, so I can't really hit the gargoyle anymore. But he dies in 2 turns anyway. That's going to be at max 6 to all. Because the shield's already gone, right? The poison destroyed it. And actually, I can kill by doing this. So let me put that on Victor Von Ooze. Your poison triggers, you're dead. The other guy is also dead. Wait, that was disgusting. I think the corruption's fine now. You know what? I misplayed there, potentially. I should have tried to generate some Aether for this guy to heal, because I'm out of Earth. Yeah, I fucked up. I potentially could have got another heal off. It doesn't really matter. In fact, I think it matters not at all. But I mean, probably slight optimization. You have more poison damage now? Very good. Gain Salve, rare equipment. The Salve. The end of combat cleanses 3 corruption is a fire generator. I'm sorry, Salve. I think you're not making the party. Although I will say at this point, Tomi's probably like on the list. Mysterious bookshelf. This is a soul gate. It grants access to a sacred room, but only to those willing to part with something that holds importance to their soul. I can release a monster soul to gain entrance. I think the monster souls is the currency that gives me the option to like resurrecting monsters. Like the more monster souls I have, the more options I get. But I'm like currently not resurrecting anything, so give me access. Two skill reroll. Wait. How does one use that? How does one do this? I would like to do that. Oh, I know where it is, sorry. When I level up, it says at the bottom reroll. I've already had 0, but I'm going to have 2 now, I think. Okay. Are we done with the floor? No. It just started, it turns out. Okay. A portrait of a shark with a magnificent beard. I honestly do not know what it is. It is neither a monsterkin nor a monster. At least none that I've ever encountered. Certainly the meaning of this portrait has been lost when the original inhabitants of the fortress abandoned this place. Maybe it simply represents wisdom. Ah, yes. The wise shark. Hello. Oh, that fucking hellhound! That's one of the things that killed me on a previous demo run. I remember that fucking thing. Soul Altar. Crude altar with monsterkin. A sacrifice is required for those who wish to use the Soul Altar's power. Should you accept, one of your spare monster souls will be released into the void. You may then choose a temporary boon that will aid your monster's next 2 battles. You'll be then offered a selection of boons based on the types of your monsters. The Soul Altar may be used multiple times, but only one of its boons can be active at once. Sure, goodbye to monster souls. Poison boon. At the start of combat, applies 3 poison to all enemies. Seems pretty good, actually. Also, this actually seems pretty good. Whenever an ally applies a debuff, 50% chance to apply another stack of the same debuff. Hang on a minute, that might be even more broken. Alright, let me deal with this guy, because I have memories of this thing exploding me. In fact, I think this is the very combat that did kill me on one run. What is your deal, Hellhound? Or Mephisto? Schadenfreude. Or the first ally and the first enemy that use an action each turn gain 2 terror or 2 burn applied to them. This monster gains 1 damage and plus 6% evasion for every 10 debuff stacks amongst all monsters in the combat. That's how this thing killed me. I think I was doing the mass poison build and I was triggering Schadenfreude with my own poison. It's still really scary to put terror on myself as well because it's like a damage scaler. And it also gives it damage potentially, so I think this thing is actually really scary if I just leave it alone. But I'm not going to leave it alone. I'm going to break you. What else is everyone doing, sorry? Purge, shield, damage. Ow. Mid slot as well. Bottom slot. Oh my god, you're doing so much damage. 24 damage. The cooking stuff doesn't matter because you're not cooked yet. You know what? Hang on a minute. I might use this as well. Just get rid of the corruption while I can. Also gives me some healing before the turn comes up. And I can only use 1 item a turn. I might as well get this in early. I actually thought I was removing 5 from 2, but whatever. Still good. Still good. I'm just trying to get this guy to full health again so that I don't have to deal with any pain in my future. I think I'm going to have to use this as well to break this guy. So he's not attacking me anymore. That's okay. And then we'll do AoE healing here. Which removes the corruption because I go to full health. And I don't have to deal with Mephisto. Mephisto probably is going to die fairly soon. Like, that's serious damage for, like, not a basic attack, but you know what I mean. Like, there wasn't a lot going on there. I actually should have done that differently as well. I misplayed because I should have made the Terror enemy, sorry, the Terror ally be the one that wasn't getting attacked. I actually took more damage than I needed to. Which is, like, not a good idea, obviously. You're both doing buffs to self. This is the Wiki Wild Wild Ether, and you also power yourself up, which is pretty spooky, as I've said. You're going to heal everyone and put regeneration on everyone, also pretty spooky. And you have got a cooking stack right now, but that doesn't matter in this instance. Okay. I could catch this Hell Demon. How many? Do I still only have one? I want to catch a boss, okay? We can get Mephisto again at some other point. So no one's going to get attacked here, I think. We'll see about that, though. Because my intention is to kill Mephisto this turn. I could go for a Purge again, because I could stop the book doing anything, but... Actually, I don't think I can. I think the numbers at the top are actually what's left over after the attacks, maybe. So I might actually not be able to do that. I think I'd have to Purge 2. I might be wrong there. I'll try and note that down in a second. Anyway, let's blast this guy. You're dead now. And we're not going to get attacked. I mean, I can't use my ability. Okay, we're actually hitting a point now where I need to generate more resources faster. Right, it's going to get a free skill off, I believe, now. We spent, like, Aether of, like, every colour, whatever its effect was. Yeah, it's getting 2 skills off this turn. What was the book again? Sorry, exactly how is it triggering itself? Yeah, it triggers Unleashed Home, sorry. It's 2 of each element. Alright. So it's done its fun spiel. But now it's time to end it, actually. I can trigger poison on everyone, which I guess I should do as a last action. If we get to be on... Well, I don't even need to do it. If I just trigger the poison, he's dead. Yep, he's just deceased. So I guess what's the bottom guy doing? Shielding and redirecting, you're a fool. You know not what's best for you. I actually can just send all attacks in right now. I've actually slightly fucked up, but it shouldn't matter. I didn't leave myself enough earth for this. Oh, wow. What are you actually doing? Just out of interest. I actually don't know what that is. That's 12 to all, which is pretty spicy, but not the end of the world. I mean, either way, you're dead. If I just hit you with this, you die. So it really doesn't matter. It was just like a minor screw-up. And really, it doesn't move the needle. I potentially could have killed it 1 turn sooner. But who cares? Alright, cool. Thanks for burning me. Much appreciated. it removed... Oh, I was going to say, it removed all debuffs, but no, it's just got a double bar on it. Okay. Well, we just want to end this battle then. The redirection just doesn't matter. Attack with you next to take the burn damage and I'll heal afterwards. Go. Tatzelworm, you're so close to being worthy. You are going to get a level though. And you're actually low-key kind of the carry, I think, right now. You do quite a lot of stuff. On crit, deal 3 wild damage. Triggers up to once per action. Okay. That's a trait. So it's like 3 more damage of a nondescript variety. On attack, consume up to 1 earth ether, deal 6 earth damage, hit, and apply 6 poison. I'd like to do this, but I just don't generate enough earth to warrant it. Debuffs deal 4 more damage against enemies. That seems kind of disgusting. Okay, we'll take that. So I'm getting more bang for my buck of my poison as well now. That's the end of the floor. I think I've... Oh, no, not quite done everything. Alright. Actually, just teleport. Apparently I did see this, but I didn't see it, if you know what I mean. The elemental challenge... Again, let the Ooze take the challenge, because we don't really care about the corruption on the Ooze. Try again. Or Ooze does not give up. Let's go, Ooze. 66% is a pass in my books. And another ding. Alright. Retaliate. Shield self for 4. If this trait triggers 3 times, cleanses 3 corruption from self. That seems really good, actually. It just makes this thing even tankier. Then your turn, shield self for 2 for every debuff stack on it. I get it. Again, it makes it very tanky. For every 8 debuffs applied to allies, generates wild aether. I get the torment and all that, torturing my allies, but we're not going to do it. It's really, do I want the top one or the middle one? I think this might actually be better than this one. Without redirection, it's kind of hard to make this really pop. I'm always like at random. This will always pop. And I can trigger it. Mephisto, I'm not going to let you do what you want. Sudden Splash. Applies 2 terror to a random enemy and ally. Nope, don't want to deal with that. That's a big bunch of damage to the Ooze. And then you are healing people. And regenerating them. Okay, that's kind of okay. I would like to get this off. Very well. Why did I get burned? Next on my list of things to do, I do this. Oh, I triggered Retaliate because I took damage from Bird. That's really interesting. Actually, that might be a synergy. If I could get a bunch of Retaliate and just like self-burn myself slightly, that's actually kind of interesting. I even talked about that earlier and forgot about it immediately. My only slight concern is I can't really do the poise damage that I want to this guy. And I can not quite break this guy. You generate an earth? You do generate an earth. So actually, I think I should attack with you next. Which then lets me break the other guy. Let me just quickly check. I'm not dying this turn, right? 21 into the Ooze, and then you're healing, which is fine. I don't care about the heal. Okay. And mass poison all around. So Schadenfreude might be triggering at this point because there's so many debuffs on the board right now. I should get a shit ton of shields now. Like 8 things are happening. Was it actually a shit ton of shields? Did anything good happen for me there? I feel like I should have had more shields there, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I need to heal. The guy's dead to poison anyway, right? So that's fine. Yeah, you're dead to poison. I guess I'll put some damage into you. You're attacking my ooze friend, which is pretty annoying, but not the end of the world. You're attacking the top enemy, which again is not the end of the world. I can live with these attacks. You're doing more stagger damage than I think you're doing as well. Oh wait, is that on the ability? Nope. I don't get it. I still don't quite get it sometimes why I do as much stagger damage as I'm doing. Like, I know in this one it says poise damage, so I figure like this should do more damage, but I don't know. We'll learn as we go along. Anyway, the bat's not doing anything to me, so I guess I'll just leave it. I'll just hit you. I don't think there's any other funny business I can do right now. Again, wind is like my big weakness. I just can't deal with it. Well, I can't realistically deal with it. I guess I could send one of these out. I guess I'll send one of these out. I have so much poison on my guy right now. Wait, I've got 25 shields on my guy. Okay, so this guy's dead. I might as well just heal. Make sure everyone's hit max health so they get the corruption removed. I think it has happened already, to be fair, but... just in case, let's do that. Okay, it hadn't happened to everyone. Then we'll just kill you. Don't worry, by the way, if you don't know what's going on. I don't fully know what's going on anymore. I kind of lost the plot somewhere. On attack, heals the ally with the lowest health by 2 times 3. Okay. Or wait, what? At the end of your turn, deals a fire water hit to all enemies. Damage equals debuffs cleansed or consumed from allies this round. Doesn't trigger retaliate. Isn't this disgusting? Because don't I have like massive amounts of poison on my ooze at like any one time? I'm not taking the middle one because I can't afford the ether right now. Alright, we'll take that. Just... it's like debuffing myself is like vaguely good. Oh, Plant Memento. Okay, I can catch something else if I want to. Like... you know what? Actually, let's just... I apologize. Let me just try and like get up to speed with what I'm doing right now. So you, when I heal, I do poison. So that's good. Whenever anyone does an earth action, we do poison. That's good. This is more healing on you, which is fine because you're my healer. And if anyone gets to full health, you remove corruption, which is good because we're all taking damage. Now, whenever I have debuffs and they are cleansed or consumed, I do damage, which actually is not as good as I thought it was, but it's still pretty good because I do cleanse debuffs. I'm also generating earth and... no, just generating earth from this. I'm also converting something I'm generating into wild, which is used for everyone, and I do more water damage. That's fine. That's all I need to check. You are applying poison on crits, and you get more crit chance for every poison stack on enemies. This is how it's working with my other explosive burst ability. It's why I got so many crits before. I guess I had so much poison on it was like 50-50 to crit or not. Whenever poison is triggered on an enemy, it applies poison to all enemies, which is disgusting if I can trigger the poison more often. I guess that's what I need to find for the synergy for Plague. Whenever an ally applies 5 more poison in the same turn, it applies regeneration on each ally, which helps me deal with the poison I'm getting from the ooze. And fatal upkeep. Debuffs deal 4 more damage against enemies, so the poison does more damage. My tome is basically just giving me weakness applications at some opportunities, and a bit of evasion, which is not going to hurt anyone. You are applying poison to myself, and if it triggers on a monster... Sorry, if it triggers on this monster, the enemies take the damage as well. Then you also share debuffs around. And it's whenever it's on this monster, it goes onto an ally or enemy, but it could hit an ally. So that's the scary part of this. Then you cleanse debuffs from allies and potentially give them shields. And also you get shields for every 2 debuff stacks on it. Your staff is giving you more poison on hitting, it's a 50% chance. Also, it's giving +1 hit. I didn't even notice that. So when I make an attack, I get 1 more attack on it. I think that's how I'm breaking people, and I don't expect to break people. It's generating me a water wreath, which is quite nice, and has a chance to give me regeneration and actions. And I get another action based on the thorns, potentially. I think my big weakness again though is my generation. I need to generate more ether faster. Are we good now? I think we are good. Did I do this? So Walter. Oh, I did do this, but I got a boon, right? And I've used the boon. Okay, that's fine. I don't need another one. That being said, it is a boss, so maybe we'll go grab another boon. Retrospectively, I guess I should have... I can't take this again, right? Maybe I can. Okay, I can take it again, it turns out. Or did I not click it before? Am I dumb? Maybe you can do the same one, but not at the same time, if you know what I mean. Either way, this is going to be really good against this guy. I've got 15 gold, an epic loot drop, or the witch. What did the witch do again? Oh, she let me reroll a trait, right? I came to the conclusion I didn't necessarily need to do that, but I might want to get rid of the uses trait. We don't know. I think I'm honestly okay. Give me epic loot. Tatzelworm deserves an epic bit of kit. Can you stay away from my epic loot? Excuse me? My epic loot is a common lance? I think you've got this confused. Does generate me another win, though. Converts the element of the first hit of each damage into wild damage. I'm not sure this is better, but like, it's tempting just to get another Aether generation. It is an Aether that I don't use that often, though. I want to scrap it. I think the weakness is more valuable, especially with who I'm fighting. Okay, it's boss time. Can I? I was going to say, can I spacebar you? I can. Right, we fought this guy once. I forgot what his deal was. The Void has chosen water. Whenever an ally or enemy uses water action, Star Spawns generates wild ether. Oh yeah, you have to be really careful with this guy, because you can generate a shit ton of wild ether, and I think when it gets like an infinite amount of wild ether, it just like obliterates your anus. Also, he has not got the neutral stagger. It's got wind and earth, which is really bad for me for the wind attribute. I can't deal with that shit. Alright, what is this guy doing? What you call Star Spawn. So yeah, we just saw this. Whenever an ally or enemy uses an action of the certain element, generates... Oh wait, this is his stagger thing. Okay, I see. Stagger thing's gonna change. Generates a wild aether. The element is randomly chosen at the start of each round, I think. On every 2 attacks, applies power to self, which is scaling, which is pretty spicy. You do 30 to target enemy, which is pretty spicy. You do 14 against all enemies and applies power to self, so you can scale again. This is the attack. 2 times 13 wild damage against all enemies, so it's 26 across the board and applies power to self. It needs 5 wild aethers though. An explosion, which is 18 against target enemies. This guy's pretty spooky. And water I have to avoid, so I actually can't attack with my abilities with this guy. So I think I just hit you with one of these and generate some stuff. Which actually might not be a bad play anyway. You're attacking the top and everyone. You're attacking everyone with 14 damage and the top for 10 damage. So 24 is coming into my top guy, which is pretty not cool actually. I am going to do this. Get the thorns up. That was water. That was not a bright idea from me. It's fine. We can make one mistake. Sure, the game doesn't punish you for just one mistake. How have my guys got 10 poison, by the way? I've got massive amounts of poison to my characters. That's fine. We needed poison anyway. I guess I try and purge you now. No, I think I poison you again. And then we look for purging in the future. I should definitely use an item, though. That's it's not a big misplay. Ow. Get thorns. Alright, God knows what's going to happen now with all this poison. How have I got so much poison on me? Ow. 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 Also, ow. Now wind, which is fine. Because I'm not very good at doing wind. Heal me. Before I do anything as well, I need to check what this guy's doing. He's attacking the middle slot and attacking everyone. It's pretty big damage to the middle slot, considering he's only 35 health there. So I'd really like to break him this turn, which is going to be hard because I can't use wind this turn. Or it's like not a good idea to use it, I guess. My middle guy's dying this turn. If I don't deal with the attacks incoming. I'm going to try and purge you. Perfect. I'm no longer dying this turn. Do not win this guy. Bad idea to win this guy. Also, before I do anything else, is there something else I want to do this turn? No. I think I'm okay. I kind of want to use these at all opportunities because I can only use one per turn. I think I'd rather wait for the break for a time when it really matters. I have 25 shielding on my ooze. My ooze is so protected right now. It's water. That is really bad. I definitely wanted to use Healing Brew there. Alright, what are we doing? 2 times 9 fire earth damage against all enemies. Pretty bad. They're so desperate to kill my mid guy. Okay, I have to break him this turn. You're still doing 40 damage to the mid guy. I can't redirect it. I think he's just dead. But I had no way of living this turn with my build. I just don't have enough health on the guy. Because, yeah, one attack always goes through, right? It's to all monsters. The gem chaos is what's causing my issues. I've actually beansed it. I didn't realize this was all monsters. It's what's applying a shit ton of poison to all my guys. I'm going to try and purge him, because it's like the only way I can get out of this, but I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, that's still going off, I think. Alright, well, Ripperoonie, I suppose. How are you doing 40 damage? Disgusting. I guess I heal the ooze then. Because Tatsuwemi's dead. He's dead! He dies to poison! Yes! Tatsuwemi lives! He's a liver! I didn't even notice his health was so low. Holy shit, I shredded that guy with poison. Crazy. Let's go. Alright, so this is going to be interesting now, because I've never gone beyond this point, because this is where the demo ended. Armor. At the start of your turn, shield self for 3, fire damage plus 1, and debuff mitigation. Debuffs deal 1 less damage against allies. That might be a necessity. Also, it actually works quite nice on this guy, because he does have a fire attack. I think it's time to make a replacement. And he's also not got enough health. I forgot to catch the guy. I couldn't catch the guy. I didn't break him. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. We're just looking for more exotic species in the boss. You're a corruption remover. You are a guy to summon more guys, but I don't need to summon more guys because I'm so MLG at this game. Your wares are quite specialized. Only the best, of course. You get your gold's worth when it comes to me. How do you happen to come across them, actually? Oh, there are many things to be found in the void, just ripe for the taking. And the souls? As I always say, many things are known to us. Ha ha ha. I see. Care to buy anything? Alright, we have the talisman, which I've turned down. Well, it destroyed before, actually. The tome, which I just destroyed. Although, funnily enough, it's got debuff mitigation on it. Actually, it might just be better than the armor. It's basically a better version of the tome I had before. Reactivates target monsters, an artifact. Oh, it gives me another turn, I think. And that seems actually disgusting. Alright, give me this. And I'll spend some experience. Nice, okay, we hit Tactile Word, which gives me another level. Applies 2 regeneration to target ally. Target generates 1 random Aether free action. Oh, you can get max health here as well instead. You know what? I'm actually going to take the max health, I think. I don't have the economy to generate these yet, but this guy is like he just would have died in 1 hit, right? I'll take the max health instead. And I think I'll hold from there. And back to 0 corruption again. Question mark, random NPC, next zone, next zone. Give me a random NPC. This might be actually recovering people back to my town, so we should do this. It might be improving on future runs. The Garden District. Okay, we've never been here before. Let's see what creatures we can enslave. I don't know what to call it. Rebirth them, I guess. Is this a pos? Are we the bad guys? Oh, hello. Mern. Well, what do we have here? Another one of those ghastly void creatures? I'm an Aethermancer, actually. My name is Syriax. I mean, you no harm. An Aethermancer? Your kind don't come round Pilgrim's Rest often, do they? Or at least don't show up to my restaurant anyhow. That would make sense. Our kind doesn't eat or drink. How ghastly. Well, I suppose we won't have much to talk about then. Goodbye, sir. Unless those monsters of yours happen to have a better appetite than you do. Certainly, what do you have in mind, chef? Oh, you can call me Mern. My dishes will bring the best out of your monsters, I just know it. If they can stomach it, that is. I never hold back on my spices, you see. I see. You make my monsters stronger, but at a price. It seems risky. Risky? Risk's the most important spice of life. Haha. Okay. Tatooine can get a new perk at the cost of 7 corruption. Nixie gets a new perk at the cost of 7 corruption, or Ooze gets a perk at the cost of 7 corruption. Spoilers! I will take this, because I can cleanse corruption of the Ooze fairly easily. More damage, more health, and another hit. I think we just want it to have more health. I want it to be a tank, so it's actually a pretty useful thing. Can I do this again, please? No? Alright. Oh my god. Hang on a sec. What is this guy? What is this guy? You're really scary. I'm actually gonna go for you, though, because I can actually break you, as I can't really break this guy. Alright, some sort of... Oh my god, it's a kitty. Hang on a minute. Things have changed. Alright, what are we dealing with? The Sphinx. Exalted. At the start of your turn, apply Sidekick to this monster and applies 2 essence to its attached minions. This monster cannot learn any attacks. What? Okay. essence. A minion's life energy, without essence it dies, gets consumed whenever a minion's action triggers, and whenever the attached monster takes 5 or more unshielded damage from an attack. So I guess essence is just stealing your health? Okay. As a heal? Heal. Summons a minion. Okay, that's the first summoning creature. So yeah, it has no damaging moves. Okay, interesting. And he's basically a support. And then the other guy is Naga. While this monster has 1 or more force, it evades the first hit of every enemy attack it has. Retaliate triggers a 2x2 fire water against the enemy. This thing actually looks horrible to fight against. Okay, so your ability to generate force to yourself. 1 times 28 damage! And actually scales with force. That's pretty alarming. And if I have shield, you burn my shield. That's actually nasty. Okay. Oh, and you can actually cleanse debuffs. Okay, well, this is horrible. I don't like any of this. But I can actually reactivate a monster now to like make them repeat a turn, which is pretty powerful. I think we're going to try and break this guy. I should actually look what you're doing before just jumping in. You're doing 2 things. Poison to all monsters, that's actually fine. I don't care about that. 25% chance to crit, 12 to all enemies, and then a crit it burns. Pretty scary. And then you are putting force on yourself and you're shielding yourself. So you're setting up to do some big damagios on the next turn. And then you are healing. And you're generating Aether. Okay, yeah. Let's stagger this guy. I don't have enough Earth right now to do this and this, but if I do this, I will generate enough Earth. I'll be doing this. Yeah, I have 2 Earth now. I can Thords. And then I can hit you. I'll break you. And the poison train starts chugging. But as soon as the Sphinx dies, any poison is basically permanent. It's fine. Actually doesn't bother me. You're really just helping me, actually. I got crit twice in that, which I think is about right for the odds. I guess it was close to 33, but, you know, I'll forgive the game. Alright, what are we looking at here? First things first, I want to catch the Sphinx. You're applying more force. I actually just don't care about that. Where is my ability to catch things? Come on, kitty. Nice. The first thing I've ever seen was summon as well, so that's pretty interesting. And I might be able to start a run with this, which would be pretty cool. Okay, you're attacking top, you're attacking bottom. You're doing 14 to top on poison, which is actually not that scary because I can convert the poison into shields, actually, down the line. You're doing 12, which again is not that scary, except I'm just taking endless amounts of damage, which is, I guess, scary. Get you dead. Use the Earth ability to apply poison to someone else as well. Full heal. Start removing the corruption immediately. And then we can go in on Tatzelworm next turn. I think I want to take my Thorns again. Poison. And finally, I don't think we pushed this button. I think we also are very careful when we push that button as well now. We'll just do this. Honestly, Tatzelworm's going to just die to poison him before I break him. Ow. Big ow. Alright, I killed Tatzelworm. Didn't realize. Whatever. He's gone. And now I think your ass is basically dead. I can do this. I think I can do it myself as well, right? Which will trigger your poison. And by the way, when poison is triggered, I re-trigger poison because of this thing. So you're like actual turbo mega dead. I did get retaliated against, which feels pretty bad. I didn't think that was going to happen, but here we are. Can you not retaliate off this, please? Thank you. Okay. We'll just kill you. That'll end the game. Alright. First battle, pretty good. Did take a bit of corruption, but... it's the name of the game, right? Oh, I'm getting 2 experience as well. Nice. Nixie triggers poison on all monsters as a free action. Yes. Applies 5 poison to target enemy, generates earth, earth, earth. Ooh. Oh my god. Honestly, I think I have to take this. It's a rare skill. And I need to generate... Like, generation's my issue right now. This will be so nice, but it's common. I can find it again later. Oh, I can only have 4 abilities. Okay, I didn't know that either. That's new. Okay, what button do I not push that often? I guess restore is the button I don't push that often anymore. Because if I was going to restore, I would toxic heal instead. I think. Or try to. Okay, I have to be careful with that then with my skills. I can only have 4 of them. Shield self for 14. Applies redirect to self. Actually pretty big. Retaliate triggers poison on all enemies. Okay, that is actually the winner's choice. Do I have too many abilities now, though? I do. I think this might be too scary. But actually, yeah, I think this is too scary. I think triggering the poison on myself is too bad. The healing slime is also not great for me, but I think I'm more likely to push this than this. Now that I realize what it does. I do have a glaring weakness for wind again, but whatever. It is what it is. And I'm slowly turning the ooze into a tank, and I think it's what I wanted the ooze to do. And I gave it 10 health before, so I did like make it more tanky. Gives myself force. I'm not sold on that. Who's this guy? Hello. Mike Golden. Congratulations, my dear Aethermancer. You finally found me. Excuse me? I suppose you've heard tales of me. I don't think so, I'm sorry. So, I take it you did not brave the void home to rescue me. No matter, I'm Mike Leonard Golden, knower of all things, both mundane and the arcane. In fact, I've just now sated my curiosity regarding the inner workings of the void. If you don't mind, I'll take my leave now, permanently. Somebody's got to regale the fine folks of Pilgrim's Rest with tales of the void, you see. I suppose that path behind you should be safe enough. Alright, I've rescued the character, he's in Pilgrim's Rest. And our monsters get corrupted by... cleansed over corruption by 2. Okay, that's pretty good. I've at least choose something this episode then beyond, you know, just going further into the game than they've ever gone before. I've actually unlocked a character. Alright, the flowers have to be destroyed. That's fine. I am more than willing to commit vegicide right now. What is this guy? Alright, well, mysterious, evil-looking snake. Let's go get him. Oh my god, that thing's creepy. It's got a corpse. I didn't even notice. It's got like some sort of Hydra. Oh, I bet Hydra does poison, right? Hang on a minute. This might be a actual... Consider it for a replacement. We'll see. Are you the Hydra? You're a Medusa. Close enough. Lamentation of Woes. Retaliate. Cleanse 1 debuff from self. For every 4 debuffs cleansed from self, triggers an attack that deals 1 times 4 earth or water damage to all enemies and applies 4 affliction to each enemy. This seems actually disgusting. The only issue I've got is it would probably have to go into the slot of the slime, and I think I've just got the slime going. But maybe you could actually be Tatzelworm. You have poison. Type is poison. Reduces the monster's starting health in combat. Sorry, I'm not going the wrong thing. Endure. Heals all allies for 10. Applies 3 poison to self, cleanses 1 corruption from all allies in the first use each combat. Cool. Honestly, you might want to replace my starter as well. That's not a completely crazy take right now. Bunch of water damage. Cleanses debuffs. Generates a random ether. Bunch of poisons to enemies and self. And this. 4 affliction to target. Oh, your perks, by the way. Initial affliction. At the start of each combat, applies 3 affliction to self and to random enemy. Generates a water aether. Generates more water. Basic attack generate water. Hits 1 more time. And increases damage each hit by 3. I guess this is the other reason why you swap out. I get a bunch of perks. I can see this replacing my starter. Is there anything my starter does particularly well? I get poison for healing, which is nice. But the affliction seems kind of disgusting as well. And I can, like, self-inflict it with the slime. Actually, it works with conversion pack. Maybe it's Tattleworm that goes. I kind of feel like Tattleworm has been, like, a really solid guy for me, though. He has got Plague. It's really hard to, like, justify swapping things out. Anyway, what's going on here? You're attacking middle. You're attacking everyone. That's kind of nasty. And you're poisoning everyone. You're poisoning everyone. You're attacking the top slot. I think I'm going to break you. I'll break you. I can't catch you this turn, but I'll catch you next turn. Right, next on the list of things to do. You attack here. Generate me some earth. You're hitting everyone, so I should set this up. And then I should mass poison you as well. Although I can start going from this guy. I'm slightly concerned because I do need to kill like, the Medusa next turn. I think we just still do this. We shouldn't kill next turn anyway. Oh, sorry, by the time the next turn starts, to be more specific. Didn't notice I put Terror Nixie at some point, which is pretty bad. Oh, wait, the Medusa's gonna be really annoying. He's gonna cleanse my poison off, right? Uh-oh. It's a lot of poison. Ooh! Oh, my starter's dead. Okay, well, that solves a problem for me. Oh, no, regeneration keeps it alive. I thought it was, like, exactly dead. Alright, I nearly killed Medusa. Accidentally, we'll be capturing Medusa. You're mine. Funny enough, you might want to heal. Funny enough. Okay, let's do a little heal. Let's heal myself. To do this last, though. Yeah. I think there's not going to be another... Wait, hang on a sec. Before I do this, I have enough for this, but only if I don't use this. Alright, that's what I needed to check there. Nearly made a bit of a mistake. Yeah, we're good. This will kill everyone. Just a machine gun of poison. Brrr. I guess we'll hold Medusa in the wings if one of my guys dies. It'd be a pretty good swapping, actually. Except it's a slime dice. I think it wants to work with the slime. Tea of many spices. I'll see what that does in a second when we get to a battle. And I think we're through this floor. We good? We are good. Okay. Aether Spring. Random NPC. I actually should do this again just to keep unlocking NPCs. Why are you gold, by the way? Oh, wait, because I was hovering over you, my bad. Okay, I understand now why you're gold. Can I sit on the chair? I think I've earned a rest at this point. Alright, hello, friend. The history of the Fractured Ruins. Just like every true Monsterkin, it has always been my dream to be here. To walk the pilgrimage path, pass through the ancient gates, see the beauty of the city itself. You know, I believe the monster deities are still here. They only show themselves to the most courageous and worthy of Monsterkin. That's what it said in the stories that my mother read to me. Sadly, most of the Monsterkin I met in Pilgrim's Rest don't believe me, but I don't care. I will keep venturing into the void until the monster deities themselves recognize me as Monsterkin, true and noble. I won't expect to see a monster deity anymore, but I wish you the best the best of strength in your endeavor, and let me know if you do find one, just in case. Aha, thanks, much appreciated. I most certainly will, my friend. Okay, trading Tatzel's Arbor for an epic equipment. Trade an epic for an epic or an epic for an epic. Okay, they're not the art of the deal, because I'm pretty happy with what these are doing for me. The trade equipment will be in the same slot. Can I see what I'm going to get? Oh, am I not allowed? Is it random? You know what? Let's shoot for the moon. Oh, I get to pick. Whenever a buff is applied to this monster, 25% chance to apply another stack of the same buff. That would be pretty good on the Medusa. Cannot trigger with itself. Shield for self for 4, evasion, regenerative healing, and Aether chance. Or crit chance. Oh my god, it's crit chance on Tatzelworm? Probably yes. Initial force +1. Poison hit. And power chance. Alright, we're taking Blade. It's like everything we want. And I think Tatzelworm is now locked in. I want to use the new guys. Again, we can start with the new guys, right? It's fine. Scepter, common. Applies a temporary power to yourself, but scrapping it. Unless you're, like, legendary at this point, I'm probably not going to take you, to be honest with you. Hang on a sec. Medusa. Alright, we'll take this. I kind of want to find the NPC before I do this, but... I'm a bit concerned about this Gator boy. Also, it's wind and I can't deal with wind. I guess we take out the support then. I will try and find out what the gate is up to. Or is it a chimera? It's like a gator come hippo come lion. Kind of dig the aesthetic, actually. Oh my god, you have 168 health? You okay? Amit. Glutton. Regeneration heals this monster for 10% of its max health, rounded up, but doesn't trigger at the start of the turn. On attack from this monster or its minions, triggers regeneration on itself and deals an earth fire hit to target enemy equal to the healed amount. Okay, I see. So it's like a health tank type thing. Sprout applies redirect to self, applies 2 regeneration to self, permanently increase max health by 1. Alright, this thing can actually go out of control, I think. Summon a fire lance, which summons a fire elemental. Alright. Regeneration to all allies. So this thing is actually somewhat supportive. I mean, it's a tank, really, but it's like a tank support. It's kind of like being a cleric in D&D. I've built a health tank in D&D before. AC? No, not for me. Massive amounts of constitution and max health. I'm just touching myself over words. Lay on hands. Lay on hands. Lay on hands. Oh, lay on hands. That was all I was about. Kind of funny. Not good, but funny. Okay, we'll deal with the Sphinx, though. I think that's, like, the most sensible course of action here, because it can just... I keep healing the guy with 168 health, and eventually my poison will get him. Right. So that's the Tea of Many Spices. So it generates me an Aether but it's random. Heals, shields, and charges. Well, sorry, it has 2 charges. And I only have 2 earth. Could do with a bit more earth, honestly. You're attacking middle, you're attacking top, you're not attacking. What are you doing, sorry? A lot of damage and regeneration. That's 29 damage. But you have no force or shields. Oh, sorry, don't have shields, so that's fine. And you're starting with force, which I think means your first is a crit. Which actually means if I do this, I'm purging, right? It's guaranteed purge. But then I can't break this guy unless I use my relic. No, not true. We do this. I poison you. My Ritual of Earth gives me many earths and applies many poisons. Okay, it turns out it is true if I do the things that the way I was going to do them. It feels so good to be able to purge him right now. But the break might be better. It stops them generating stuff for the next turn anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna break him. I can't catch the kitty either, but I've already got one, so don't worry about it. Alright, poison all around. Holy shit, that was more damage than I was expecting. I died? I've done a miscalculation somewhere. You nearly died as well. Did someone get terror somehow? And I just instantly popped. Okay, well, Medusa's coming in. Don't worry. Everyone's doing supporters things right now. I'd rather you didn't. That actually is a very big problem. I didn't purge anything. Okay, well, here's the thing. We will be using our heal. You're not getting attacked this turn. The poison will kill you. We can win this with 2. It's a bit awkward. Wait, the regeneration keeps you alive. No, it doesn't. Actually, the additional poison damage or the debuff damage, I think, killed them there. You summoned a friend. So, can I attack this friend now? How does this work? It's just there. Okay. You're attacking middle, you're attacking bottom. You're doing 24 to the guy at the bottom, which is my tanky enemy anyway. We could do redirection. How much are you doing? 14. If my math is right and I'm not missing out on interaction, which I think I'm missing out on, I'm taking 38 damage on the bottom, so I should probably do the redirection here. And I need you to start applying poison. I potentially could just purge, but I think I'm going to hold on to my Fire Aether. Again, I should consider using one of these if I need to. You know what, just out of interest, let me just put a bit more health with this guy, just in case, you know, I've miscalculated. And a bit of shielding. Excuse me, my redirection. Oh, I attacked the guy that had retaliate, didn't I? Okay, that's my bad. It might actually work still, but okay. Oh my god, I died. Okay, we're gonna lose. I don't understand what this guy's doing. I need to relook at him. This crocodile thing is actually just fucking... What did I miss? Oh, it's triggering the regeneration. And deals damage equal to the amount healed. Okay, I guess I've let this thing get out of control. I felt like I didn't really let it get out of control, though. Also, it's like, I don't know. It's just hitting me, and every time it hits, it triggers a regeneration stack, and every time it does regeneration, it's dealing damage to me. This thing seems like actually disgustingly OP. I had another thing attacking for it. Well, we're definitely dead. Well, we're probably dead. I think there's actually no world where I live through this type of dead. I can't even, like, repeat my turn. Because I've only got one guy now. And yeah, there's just no world I want to get out of this. I mean, that's a one-shot. Yeah, I need to purge, but it's not going to matter. You know what? For a first run, that's not bad. Wow. Oh, no, man. I was going to say, is that the amount of distance I got through the game? So it looks like there's 4 zones, so we're about 75% of the way through the game. Maybe a touch less. Man, what a shame. It felt like it was going so well, and then I just misunderstood how the crocodile worked and just got tanked, and I lost my healer. We rescued a guy as well, you know. I guess that's my other slight regret. We were going to get another NPC, I think, in that area. Alright, let me have a quick look at what this guy is up to. Believing is the first step to make anything true. That's my motto. That's why I'll never stop believing in myself, you see? Oh. Cool. Thanks. Alright. I've seen enough lore for today. What was your deal, sorry? So you increase my gold start, you give merchants a discount, you give me a memento start. Start each one with an additional blank memento. You know what? Give me this. I want to catch them all. So we get 2 mementos to start runs with. And who's the other guy I should speak to right now? I can't quite remember what they all do. I should have checked before more thoroughly. Alright, important lore. I'm just going to skip through it if you don't mind. Oh, the healing, the charge gets upgraded. Skill rerolls. Okay. So you kind of like improve... Wait, what was your last thing? Sorry. Oh, max health upgrades. Dude, that would have actually been pretty good in the last run as well. Okay, I don't quite have enough for it, so I probably don't have enough for anything else. I think, though, we'll call that here. Yeah, this is Aethermancer. It's just... Well, YouTube, like a day ago this came out, but it's basically just come out, hot on the press. It's kind of cool. I like the game mechanic. As I said, I think when you get more into the game, then things right now where I don't quite, like, put 2 and 2 together, what's interacting with what, you'll just know, oh, I've got this ability, so if I do this, this happens. And right now, it's just like a very steep learning curve, but I think once you get there, the actual gameplay mechanics and the interactions are actually pretty cool. Very solid. Anyway, thanks everyone that's watched, and I'll see you again next time, YouTube. Goodbye.